see it.
All right, then it's perfect. What's going on, Grim?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you guys hear me?
Well, you can.
All right, good. Is the champ here?
Yes, he is. Jugs.
Hey, congrats, Jugs. Awesome season, man.
Thanks.
Since you're the winner of the bowl, Jugs, you want to tell us about your team this season that just passed?
Well, I think I posted this in the chat. I fully expect it to be another 9-7, 10-6 year. Be kind of, which it was 10-6, be kind of on the fringe of making the playoffs. And I figured I'd get bounced out in the first game, whoever I was playing. I didn't think the defense was quite good enough to make it through the playoffs. And it turned out I made a couple adjustments, maybe about week 10 or so. And I kind of figured some stuff out, and it actually made a big difference in what the scores were. If you actually look at the scores, I gave up far less points in the second half of the season than I did at the beginning of the season.
Yep, you did. Quite a bit.
I just saw your guy. What did he take? Your quarterback. He won an award for you. However, let's look at your team, Jugs.
Hey, Clay, I just got a text from Chris. He said, little pig, let me in. Is he trying to get in? Does he need? You need to accept him?
He should be able to get in. Hold on for a minute. Let me unscreen you guys, because his thing should come up. Oh, here he is.
All right.
I'll share my screen again.
Yes.
Hey, there he is.
Hello. How's my mic? I got a new headset, so.
Sounds okay.
All right, very good.
We were just
Not
talking
over
about
loud.
Jugs' team right now, C-Max.
All right. Let me get myself all pulled up and put together here.
Okay, Jugs, you can continue. You don't have to be shy.
I think he's far from shy.
Like I say, I thought I didn't think the defense was quite good enough to make it through the playoffs. I made a couple changes. We played better. There were a couple games we lost to turnover ratio where I lost a game to Chicago in the regular season where we fumbled the ball away 4 times. And I don't think that's ever happened in any FOF game that I've had where I've actually lost 4 fumbles. And he returned 2 of them for touchdowns. If you pull up the box score from the game that I played Chicago in the regular season, you can see I think I outgained him 2-1 and just completely dominated him and ended up losing by, I think, 6 points.
Yeah, that was a really good game for Haskin, 21-26.
Yeah, if you just look at what his QB did. His QB had 79 yards passing.
Yeah, that was bad.
But he found a way to win based on 4 fumbles, and my punt returner fumbled the ball 3 times that game. And I forgot to take him out of the punt return, and he played a couple more games, and then he cost me a game against Rochester. And then that was the end of it. I completely took him out.
So you were surprised that you got yourself all the way to the bowl, Jugs?
Oh, definitely. Because I got wiped out by quicksand by Chesapeake earlier in the season. Score was 48-38, and trust me, the game was not that close. I mean, he honestly he should have beat me by 3 touchdowns that game. I think I scored once or twice late to make it look closer than it was. He completely smoked me in the regular season. So what I did in the playoffs was I went back to an old game plan I had that I used probably about, I want to say 10 to 15 seasons ago, that was set up for just specifically him and T-Zac, where all I did was play pass. And he doesn't really run the ball much. And I put that game plan in against him, and I left it in against Ben because Ben doesn't even run the ball 10 times a game.
Yeah, it worked. I definitely didn't think you're going to make it past Chesapeake, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think Chesapeake was the favorite.
Yeah, it was.
He was at home, so I mean, he should have been a favorite. Like I say, I just had no hope thinking we'd win that game.
Wow, Chesapeake put up 591 yards.
He did, but
only
if
17 points.
If you look at the score summary, a lot of those yards came in the fourth, like late third, fourth quarter. He was down like 3 touchdowns going into like the fourth quarter.
Well, congrats on the win. That's for sure. Who was the favorite, by the way, fellas, that we had for this conference to take the bowl? Did we say?
I don't know if we said we took the bowl, but I know I picked Oakland to win the West.
I think you all just picked the division winners. I don't think anybody picked the bowl.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What I wanted to talk about, fellas, besides the teams and everything, what happened this season was I wanted to look at the top 10 teams, offense, defense, top 10 players from the teams, and just talk about that. For instance, right here, Oakland Jugs' team. Top team in rushing, 192 yards per game, 5.34 yards on average.
Bam.
He rushes 577 attempts. Anyone have anything to say about that?
Damn.
Oh, I do that in a couple leagues. I'm like that, so I hats off. I love seeing the Russian numbers.
Well, I was listening to, I don't know if it was the last show or the show before that, and Quick pretty much has me figured out. Quick realizes that, I'll draft that third round guard who, I mean, he may only be 61 overall, but he's got a 90 run block. Those are the players I look for. I don't have to draft an offensive lineman who's not a stud in the first and second round, because I can find a guard like that in the third or fourth round that just fits perfectly for my scheme.
Yeah, you're running the ball about 80% of the time anyway, so.
Well, not quite 80, but I mean, yeah, I get your point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've won 5 bowls here in the last 20 seasons, and I've only had a legit wide receiver in 3 of those 5 bowls. Like 2 of those bowls I won, I didn't even have a wide receiver rated 60 rated.
Well, the top 5 teams in rushing was you, Jugs, Rochester, Augusta, Red Zone with his Chicago, and Howie with Texas. And then we have Arizona just following right up. 4.93 yards on average, 145 yards per game.
Yeah, all smoke and mirrors, kids. All smoke and mirrors.
Oh, whatever you're doing, it's working. And Howie, I know Howie's good with his run game. It
Running
dropped
back.
off. Go ahead, Howie.
Running back by committee.
Yep. That's how I'm doing it, because I don't have any real road grader running backs, or I don't have what Chicago's got.
Chicago, I don't know who's running. Oh, he's got McIntyre.
He's got that insane looking running back.
Mm-hmm. And Saw has Meza.
Yeah.
So, and on passing, we have Ben, Kansas. C-Max, you did well with, by the way, Shea.
Yeah.
I don't know what you did with him, but you got him going, by the way.
Yeah, well, let's just hope it's not an anomaly. I'm hoping he carries that into next season because I'm paying him enough that he better.
We have Toronto and Chesapeake. So I wonder with these teams, are they last in rushing?
I'm pretty damn near.
I'm down at the bottom. Ben's at
Well-
the bottom.
Well, like I say, Ben, if you look at Tucker's team, and I went through some of the logs and box scores, his running back doesn't even get 10 carries a game. You know, a lot of those rushes are from his quarterback scrambling.
Yeah, he's got the max protect, and when things don't look good, he just scoots if you got a bar.
Right. So, I mean, my whole thought process was, okay, I beat Chesapeake with this game plan. I might as well not even change it. Like, he's not going to run the ball. Like, there's no threat for him to beat me running the ball. Why even bother to play the run?
Yeah.
And the same theory works against Kizak too. There's no threat, so why not just go full max pass? Pass defense everywhere.
Yeah, we tried to run the ball, but we were just really, really, really bad at it.
Yeah, for me, it was the only thing we could do because passing the ball was not pretty.
I actually thought you were going to win more games, Rick.
Yeah, a lot of close losses, but that's just the nature of the beast when I'm rebuilding the minors team here. There's a lot of stuff I got to take care of.
Yeah,
He won 6 games. Honestly, I was kind of impressed because that team was an absolute disaster last year.
Yeah, it had some issues, yes. Yeah.
I mean, if you go from the chemistry setup to all the dumb guys on the team to
I had to blow that up quickly. I looked at it and said,
the
I
bad
can't make that
quarterback
go.
play, just giving up 1.1 picks for linebackers, just all the ridiculous stuff on that team. Honestly, 6 wins is actually pretty impressive.
I think what hurt Rick is right here. Look at his passing.
Yeah, that's brutal. Yes, the thing is, I only had one receiver with the route running bar that was respectable. Everybody else was sub 50 or even sub 25, and it's too difficult.
Yeah, you can't work with that.
And so I just had to stick a unique running back in every running formation I could. Okay, your job is to run completely to the outside, 26, 27. You're the guy who does 23 and 24, and I had a quarterback who could run, so I just let him free.
And it shows you here with the passing, like Brooklyn is top 7. I was up here, and who else? Snapfingers. We all have losing records, so it doesn't always pay to pass.
Yeah, same with Atlanta. They're kind of up there too.
I want kind of a balance with what I want to do, but for now, that was the only strength the team had. It had a decent set of guys on defense. I knew I could, toy with a few teams defensively, but offensively, all we could do was run. There was no real threat of us hurting you passing the ball. I think maybe we had one game where my quarterback came close to 300 yards, and that's it.
Howie, what happened with your Texans, by the way? Texas. I don't know why I call you Texans. Sharks.
Oop, I was muted. Honestly, I think that what really hurt me was the injury to my quarterbacks. I started out playing pretty well, and then Bonleen got hurt, and then Willie Monroe had to come in for a game, and he played okay for a game, and then he got hurt. Then I had to scramble to find, another quarterback to put on the roster. Then Bonleen came back, and he went out and he got hurt again, and then Monroe came in and totally shit the bed. So there just wasn't any consistency playing quarterback. I know for 2 games, the quarterback that I had started out, he was extremely rusty, and then he had, minor rust quite a bit, whatever it was. So I'm sure that didn't help me in the quarterback play.
Yeah, you had 5 different guys play for you last year. That's not heard of.
You had the clown car quarterback action going.
Yep.
It was not fun.
Week 12, was where your downfall happened. Week 12,
Yep.
13, 14th, and 15th.
And I think for a couple, and I think for two of those games, I don't think I got I don't think I put a log file in. I know I had some between vacationing, preparing for vacation, and doing some other stuff around work. I think for two of those games, I didn't even get a log in, or if I did, I know for one of those games, maybe I put in a Rex file just to change something up. But for a couple of those games, I know I didn't put in the effort. Whether or not it would have made a difference with the quarterback I had playing, I don't know. I'm not using it as an excuse, but it is what it is. I won one more game this year than I did last year, so moving in the right direction, I guess.
There was a time that I thought you were going to take Outer Banks.
For a time, I thought I was going to as well, especially with my starting quarterback coming back from that 3-week injury. I thought that if I could win 2 or 3 games of those, 2 or 3 of those games that I lost in that losing streak, I had a better chance for it. But it was not to be.
What'd you guys think of how the season went?
I don't know. I guess I wasn't too terribly surprised with playoff team. I was surprised how well we did, but other than that, I wasn't too shocked. Other than maybe your early season skid, that really kind of shocked me a bit.
Yeah, I was impressed with what you did.
I don't really know what happened. Same basic team that I had the year before, and Shea just decided to start playing well. He it was night and day compared to the previous season. And like I said, I don't know what I changed. I worked on my game plan, but it's the same playbook. I worked on my game plan in the off season, but like I said, why he just suddenly decided to start performing like a top tier quarterback, I don't know. I mean, the average per completion, I think we had the best in the league on that. His completion percentage increased by 6 or 7%. He was just on fire. Lot fewer interceptions. So, like I said, I don't really know what the formula was, but I'm not going to change anything.
Rick, were you going to say something?
I was going to say the big surprise for me was Julio's early exit. I thought his team was primed to make a big run.
Julio seems to get the most out of his team more than any GM I have ever seen play FOF.
Yeah, I agree.
He was good.
He's got something special going on.
I mean, I was in the NAF. I'm back in the NAFL, and he's been in there for a while. And we were in the same division, and he had a monster season some years back where he had like a 33 rated quarterback playing, and the guy was just he had him playing off the charts, and he didn't have 70 rated wide receivers. Like he really knows the game inside out. He knows what he's doing.
I agree with you on that one.
471 points on the board.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the playoffs. It really is just a crapshoot. I mean, obviously game planning and skill comes into it, but sometimes you just get the shit under the stick. Looks like kind of like that's what happened to him.
I was actually shocked too that he won and done.
Yeah, at home against Rochester. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was a top 3 scoring team behind Ben and Quip.
And
and his defense was good too.
Yeah, and Rochester's defense is not bad, but it's also not great. I mean, the fact that he held him to 10 points is impressive.
Number 2 offense and number 6 total defense. Not bad, really not bad.
Not bad at all.
So that one shocked me. It's like, oh man, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I think Grimm taught me that. He says once you get into the playoffs, it's just
anybody's game.
Exactly. It doesn't matter what your record was.
Well, everything resets. I mean, prime example, Ben went 15-1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everything resets once you get in the playoffs.
I think the shocker for me, maybe it's because I had them as a top team, was Harlem and Brooklyn.
Yeah, Brooklyn shocked me too on the
Yeah,
opposite
what?
end of the spectrum.
What happened to Brooklyn this year?
No, first the worst, and now he's got that fucking wide receiver I
Yeah, I
got to
know.
deal with for 15 years. It's like fuck Brooklyn.
And he's talking about trading them, which to me is insane.
Well, I think he just posted in there that he's got a few
Yeah,
offers,
he's
but
gonna keep 'em.
he's going to keep them. So
If he trades them, we'll all have to beat his ass.
No, he made the trade with me. I gave him 4 first-round picks.
You don't have 4 first-round picks to
Yeah,
give him.
Yeah, I don't know. His defense just went to total shit. I mean, 483 points against.
Is that because his offense was so bad?
I don't know. His offense wasn't great, but it was it was middle of the road, wasn't it?
Well,
He had
let's see.
317 points.
well, he didn't have a lot of turnover on defense either. So I don't understand it.
Look at his turnover. Minus
Oh
25.
yeah, minus
Well,
25.
there you
yeah.
go.
Giving it away.
He had 38 turnovers. There you go. So that's
Yeah.
how bad his offense. 30 interceptions.
Wow.
So unless you're throwing 70 touchdowns, 30 interceptions
Yeah,
is just
no.
horrible.
Yeah, you're not gonna win many games throwing 30 interceptions in the season.
I wonder what happened to his game plan because his quarterback wasn't doing that. So he must have changed something in his game plan.
Or did he have a offensive scheme change from like West Coast to something else? Or, because
There
he's
you
Eric
go.
Curiel.
Yeah.
You mean your coach? His OC? Are you speaking?
Yeah, his OC. Yeah.
Did he have a
Did he-
system
No.
change?
No, he didn't. He's had Kim Tyler for his. It looks like he got a new coach this year though.
Okay.
But Kim Tyler was there for 3 years, and last season was his last. So I'd fire his ass too.
I'd fire his quarterback.
Is he keeping his quarterback?
I mean, your
I haven't heard anything.
Your
I'm
OC
pretty
doesn't.
sure.
Your OC doesn't turn the ball over. Your quarterback does.
Well, he's got a lot of money on him, so I don't think he's
This
going to.
quarterback looks pretty good. I'd keep him.
Yeah, no, he looks fine.
Doesn't
Well,
look terrible.
clearly he did something different on offense versus the previous year because he went from 13 interceptions to 29.
Yeah, but not necessarily. I mean, I had a huge turnaround with Shea, and honestly, I didn't really change much about my offense, and he went from terrible to really good. for
Okay, but you
no
had
better
another
reason.
year. You had another year of cohesion, right?
Well, this is true. This is true. Yeah, the
He
cohesion
went the other
obviously
way.
helped.
He went
Yeah,
backwards.
so many working parts.
It's frustrating when your team went 13-3 or 11-5, and you had your game plan all set, and then the next season you take a shit. Same team, same game plan, and you're scratching your head.
Last year, his defense was pretty good. 5th overall. And then 2107. Oh, 31st overall. So that's a hell of a
Okay,
drop.
so
But
so
again,
did
those
he
30
lose?
those 30 turnovers might have been in his end of the field and made it real easy for scoring.
Right? Did he
Mhm.
lose somebody on defense that would have caused his defense to fall off that far?
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He had the. He was talking about it. He's pretty much got the same defense he had last year.
Well, what
So
can
that
happen
sounds-
is if you give up a lot of turnovers, you're giving the other team a short field most of the time.
Yep.
One,
Yep.
either they're taking it back to the house, or two, they're on a short field and they're scoring. So your defense can be good. It's too short for them to stop you. That's all.
His cohesion looks pretty good. 86 for passing, 72 for O-line, 85 for the front, and 92 for secondary. So that the boys been playing together.
Yep.
It just probably, everything went wrong, could go wrong.
Yeah, no, his passing defense went down to 32nd?
Yeah. So that they throw a pick of a short field touchdown.
Well, so he played Chesapeake twice. if his passing defense was that bad, that means Chesapeake probably put 900 yards in passing on him in 2 games.
900 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean,
Guys, give me a
that
minute.
probably. I mean,
34 points.
T-Sack would do that to me every single time. Like I'd have like a top 5 pass defense, and even if I beat T-Sack, I still gave up 500 yards passing, and it kind of throws your numbers out of whack.
Yeah,
Chesapeake put 80 points on him.
80 points on him. Tucker put 47 on him. So, yeah. Colorado put some points. I mean, well, actually gave up a lot of points to just about everybody, really.
Yeah, you got. Ooh.
Except for Williamsburg.
Yeah, fuck you. I knew you were going to say something.
How'd you only manage 12 points? What's wrong with you?
Because my team sucks.
And yet you were in the playoffs.
I was. That's the try-hard mentality right there.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, I stepped out to grab some water.
We stopped talking. We didn't have our moderator here.
All right, so where do we leave off?
Brooklyn, then we were going to talk about Harlem, I think, a little bit. 'Cause
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought Harlem was going to make the playoffs this year.
Anyone want to go first on Harlem?
No, I just don't know what happened. I mean, he's been starting at Mel Mills, and he let him go to free agency this year and said he was done with them. But Mills had a really rough season. I mean, with those wide receivers that he's got, 47% is not acceptable.
I agree. I had him taking the division, and then the other 2 teams, Toronto and who's the other team? Right behind him. North Plainfield.
North Plainfield, yep.
But then, ex-con, his team just fell apart.
He had a decent defense. I think his offense was just off.
Trying to see something. Hold on. How was his running game?
Harlem's
He did
pretty
okay.
good.
He's got Rico Thompson.
We had 2 guys that ran 4.5 yards a carry.
That's
He's also got that Myron Joyner down below there. 137 carries, 600 yards, 4.4. Yeah, I mean, together, he put up about 2,000 yards worth of rushing.
his running game has always been good.
Yeah, and then he's got Dorambos and Cooper Meyer for wide receivers, and they're excellent. So, see, I think it was probably time to give up on Mel Mills.
How about Snap Fingers? Surprise?
Is anybody ever surprised that he's picking in the top 5 every year?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know what I'd say.
I wasn't surprised.
I'm surprised when he has good seasons, but
Yeah,
I think those are just the seasons where he's actually engaged.
Yeah, I mean he doesn't pay attention like pretty much ever.
Yeah, I mean, there's like one season here or there that he'll pay attention and he'll string together, 8 to 10 wins, and then he just fades away again, and usually right before the draft. And then, I can't say I'm surprised at Snapfinger.
Another big surprise for me over here in this conference is Fort Wayne Slam. What he did with that team.
Yeah,
His defense.
I picked him as last. That defense was solid.
Defense and my running game, that's what carried me.
I did not
Cushman started
expect
playing good the second half.
Fort Wayne is the one that had the second quarterback, correct?
Yeah, number 2 pick.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Cushman.
actually pretty impressive for him to win 13 games with a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I agree.
well, and he was pretty well developed, and he's a solid looking quarterback. I mean, he was like 50% developed by the season start, wasn't he?
Yeah, like 53, I think.
So you were top 8 in rushing, 143 yards per game, 4.19. Your passing game, well, you had a rookie quarterback, so it was at the bottom as expected. So
Still.
you did things
And I
with smoke and
leaned on
mirrors,
I leaned on the running game.
and your defense was
I
lights
just
out.
leaned on the running game. Yep, the defense carried me.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I figured you'd have your offense, clicking pretty good. I figured you'd struggle a little bit with the rookie, but I didn't. That defensive play came out of the blue. I was shocked.
Well, the defense in most positions, I had the player there. I just needed to add depth, and that's what I did.
It's a hell of a turnaround from 2-14. That's for sure.
Big turnaround. I've got no complaints.
I do.
In the playoffs, my inexperience showed. I tried to go heavy pass, and that backfired. I got away from what got me there.
Oh yeah, you lost 10-27, 27.
Sometimes you outthink yourself and you're playing game. Like, he won't expect this, so I'll do this, and it bites you in the ass.
Yeah, your players don't expect it either.
That's what happened.
Bordeaux was another team that came up. He put it together. Alf.
Yep.
9-7. I can see him now competing for division.
He's up and down year to year as well.
I was going to say the same thing. It depends on whether he stays engaged. If he's paying attention
didn't
and active,
didn't he post something about he's getting ready to take his summer vacation? Or did he already do that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still on it or how long he's going, but he did mention that he'll be off for a little bit and away from the computer.
Yeah, he's a lot like Snapfinger. I mean, he's more active around the draft. He always shows up. That's part there, but he during the season, it just seems up and down depending on how much attention he's paying.
And then Merchant Man, which I think we all thought he was going to be double-digit wins. I think he's frustrated with his team. And he lost his wide receiver after he paid him a lot of money.
Yeah, that was a surprise because it seemed like he retired about 2 seasons too early. Not even 1 season, but 2 seasons.
Was he like 32 or 33?
Good question.
Hell, Howie, I got a small cup, man.
What's that?
Oh, Howie's just giving me shit about my coffee drinking habits.
Oh.
And I got a small cup. That says it all.
Well, get a bigger cup.
I don't want to. I have this little coffee mug I got from my favorite cafe, and I drink out of it, so fuck off.
Yeah, here he is. But he felt like he didn't get enough out of him.
No, and I'm glad I didn't try to trade for him last year.
Oh, that would have been bad.
Well, I mean, he's getting less than 100 targets a season. I guess I'm not totally shocked that he retired early.
Yeah, I think that more depends on the starts, and he's still getting 16 starts,
Yeah, that's based on starts. If you start, I think the number is 6 games. If you start at least 6 games, you don't have to worry about him retiring.
Oh, is that how it works?
I mean, I don't think it's anything set in stone, but just from playing in the GML and seeing that, I think I had asked Ben that a little while ago, and I think that was the number he came up with.
Yeah, I think it's a combo of things. I think he was running the ball more and throwing to his tight end a bit more. I thought he talked about that in the forums, why Busey wasn't getting his targets.
Yeah, because he only had 4 good seasons. And he's probably paying him a lot of money. I don't know what was his salary.
pretty sure it was like 40 million or close to it.
He's lucky it's off the books now because he's 100 now in the hole.
Who was talking about they're in a hole? Was that you, Rick, or was that Iowa?
That was Iowa.
Iowa.
Is he in a hole?
No, Iowa's okay for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he does that in every league he's in. He mismanages the cap and spends like what he doesn't have for the following season, so he always has to cut players.
Yeah, look, he's got lost cap room already at 100 million and 27 next year, and he's only got 19 to spend this year on new players.
Yeah.
So
20% of his cap is already just wasted.
Yeah,
That's
literally
crazy.
in every league I've seen him play in, he does that.
yeah, no, and he admits
And he
it.
only-
You know,
And he
right
only
before
has
him.
38 guys on his active roster too, so he's got a lot of positions to fill and not a lot of money to do it.
No, and if
Joe can put good teams together, but the cap part just kills him every time.
if he gets injury bugged this season, man, he's screwed.
Yeah, because he's filling a roster with the bargain basement guys at the end. Some years when it's tight for him. Right now he's got a little bit of room, but like I said, he already spent a chunk of the future.
Yeah, because you can put in 15 more players, and so what's the minimum pay for each player that you're allowed?
Yeah. Let's see, minimum, so probably 2 something by now in this 2107,
Might be
2108, whatever
be
we're in.
3 something. We're in year
Yeah, you're right. It might
2108.
have been
Yeah,
be 3 something.
I think veterans are up in the threes, but I think the rookies are still like real high ones, low twos still.
Yeah.
So based upon those numbers, you can't fill it.
Well, he's going to have to cut somebody or renegotiate a couple more contracts.
Yeah, I mean, who knows if any of those big contracts that he's got, some of them might be willing to, if he's paying.
He's got to
$50
pay
million,
his
maybe chunk it
quarterback
down
right
to
now.
45 or something.
Biletnikov's in his last year,
That's
Ooh.
right.
and that's going to be. He can't afford him right now on an extension. If not, he hits the market, and we all go crazy trying to get him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. 5'10", shitty production.
Yeah, I have zero interest in that guy.
Yeah, I think I'd stay away.
The short quarterback's not that bad. Come on.
I don't know, look at his stats, man. It might not be because he's short. Maybe he just sucks.
Yeah, I had a short quarterback, 5'9". I traded him for a guy with a better medium passing, but I got 22 touchdowns and 5 picks going into 15 games with him, so not bad. It can be done.
I mean, if you look at the stats here, he has the stats up on the screen. Even in his 3rd season, he still has more interceptions than touchdowns.
Yeah, and that 5.19 average per attempt just got off.
Yeah,
that's
too many
completion
1s, 0s,
percentage-
and Fs.
Yeah, completion percentage 52%. I mean, that's just flat out
Mhm.
awful. I mean, he's not a rookie anymore. He's going into his 4th year. That's just flat out awful.
Well, he also doesn't have a wide receiver right now that has a route running above 40, and
Right.
There's that too, yeah.
so
Yeah, I know that hill decline. That's not a pretty one.
you can have the strongest arm and the best accuracy and be able to read the field, but if you don't have wide receivers that can get open, it's all for naught, right?
And honestly, as bad as Biletnikov's been playing, he might not be that expensive to re-sign. He might be able to figure out a way to do it. Because he's
No,
Plus, he did have the one.
He's an 80 rated quarterback. He's going to want 50 plus million.
Yeah, he's gonna want top dog pay.
He's 50 million minimum because I just paid my quarterback 50 million.
Yeah, I can see 50. I'm just talking he's not going to necessarily want the 100 million or the 75.
Well, it'll be 100 on the following
studs.
contract. On this contract, it'll be 50, and then it'll be 100 on the following one.
Oh, Clay, that's ugly, man. That's ugly, brother.
I know. I'm paying him. I'm paying. I'll tell you why I'm paying him.
Oh,
And then we'll go back to Biletnikov. The last 7 games that I changed my game plan. 85% completion, 3 touchdowns. 79% completion, 3 touchdowns. 60% no touchdowns, no interceptions. 72% completion, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. 81% completion, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. 60%, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Okay, I got one comment on everything you just said.
He only
You
threw
played
3.
one good defense out of all those games.
It doesn't matter. He threw
It does.
only 3 interceptions. Look at the other games above him.
I'll come at it a different angle with you. You did that with the shitty quarterback. Go get a different shitty quarterback and do the same thing and pay him $10 million.
I know. Why do you have to rain on my parade, guys?
I'm just saying, man. Good God, that's a lot of money.
Now I'm gonna go to sleep. And I'm gonna be thinking about what you guys just said.
I'll play for you.
But let's get off my quarterback. Let's go back to Biletnikoff. Jay-Z has some thinking to do. What do you think he's thinking?
Oh, he's going to pay him. I mean,
he'll pay him.
Yeah, I mean, he drafted him 1.2. He's going to pay him. I guess the debate is we're all talking, is he worth it? But he's going to pay him.
Yeah, I think he'll pay him, or maybe I don't know. If I was him, I'd be trying to trade him.
And didn't Biletnikoff have the one as Studley wide out to throw to as well?
He's got one wide out, but he's only in his second season.
Oh, yeah, that's what's his name?
Yamashita.
Yeah, it's this guy.
Yeah. He's going to be good.
And his route running still only 42.
At the moment. So I'm getting a 68.
I mean, he might get up to that 65 range, but right now he's sitting at 42 undeveloped.
I mean, he's probably with this contract extension, he's probably going to have to sacrifice and get rid of some good defensive players and just build the offense and draft defense.
Yeah. You could probably just trade them all off of anybody, take them, just get guys that have a good bar at run defense or play diagnosis and just go that route. Go cheap.
He's got a tough decision to make. I know he's not happy with his quarterback, and when you're not happy and you got to pay him or try to trade him, and everyone knows that you want to get rid of him, so they're going to give you the cheapest deal as possible.
And that's how I got a quarterback in the TFL this year. Somebody was fed up, and I said, well, here's my guy with his nice numbers. I'll take a chance with your guy. Yeah. And we swapped quarterbacks.
That's where I was at with Shea. I really wiffle-waffle back and forth on whether I was going to pay him that big contract. I finally decided I would, since nobody wanted to trade me for him. And it panned out this year. But like I said, I'm hoping it's not an anomaly, but yeah, it's hard to, especially a quarterback, someone that's 55 plus rated, still young. How do you not sign him?
Yeah.
Who was the other top quarterback that went? Banks?
That was to Saw. Banks, yeah.
Augusta.
Oh, okay.
Augusta.
A mixed gift to Saw.
Oh, Augusta.
And he wasn't happy with his quarterback most of the year, but I'm not exactly sure what he expected.
Yeah, he was so undeveloped. I mean, what do you think you were going to get out of him?
Right.
I think he expected Peyton Manning.
Wasn't Slam quarterback and Banks at the same experience level?
No. This Banks was like I think at the time was like 18% developed at draft time, and Cushman was like 40s, like high 30s, low 40s. I mean, he was quite a bit more developed.
53. It was 53
in the draft. Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
now he's fully
the
developed.
looks of Banks. I like the looks of Banks better in the draft, just from a bar profile and his combines. But Cushman didn't look like a schlub at all.
If you look at his rookie combines, Cushman was 53% developed.
Yeah. So he was definitely much more ready to step in and play. Although honestly, I mean, when you look at Banks, I mean, for a rookie season on a guy that was barely developed, I mean, he stuck it out through the whole season. He wasn't horrible. I mean, what
Banks was?
If he's doing that 3 years from now, if he's doing that 3 years from now, like Iowa's guy, then that's a totally different story. But I don't think that was that bad of a rookie.
He can cut his interceptions in half and make half of those touchdowns, and he looks good.
Yeah, exactly. And I'd be willing to bet he will by the end of his rookie contract. He's going to look a whole lot better than Iowa's guy.
I like what Pizer did with his team, Colorado. And his
Pizer. Okay, I always call him Pisser.
I think so.
Oh, damn.
It's Pizer.
I didn't know.
It's Pizer.
Okay.
It's only one S.
And it's a Y.
Pizer.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know what he's going for. I'd say Pisser.
Wow.
Because he doesn't. His quarterback. This is his guy, and he works magic with him.
Yeah.
And
He don't look bad.
10-6.
Yeah,
Well, he actually has some deep. He has some decent wide receivers to throw to, which always helps.
Does.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he is only 5'10", so I mean, there's a success story with a 5'10" guy right there.
Yes, I mean, it's this scheme and talent, I guess.
It's his receiver.
Yeah, Christie and Binkus, Trenton Hampton.
Well, so going back to talking about scheme, is how much does the quarterback style and the type of offense you're trying to run, how much does that really make a difference?
Does anybody
I
really
think
know
it
the
does.
answer to that?
Well, I'll take a stab at what I try to do is I look at the bars. Like, for example, I had a quarterback that had out of some screen bar, like 98, and the rest of the other bars were nearing 40, and one of them was 50. So I said, I have to play to that strength. So I made more screen types, but I made sure my secondary route was something one of his middling bars can hit. So it was like S9, S7, S6, things like that. And I got really good production out of them because I played to the strength that I believed I saw.
Yeah,
Okay, but that's the bar profile. He's asking about the QB. It's the West Coast. You've
got a quarterback whose QB style is long passing, and you're spending the entire game planning to throw screens and
that's his best bar. Yes, to me the scheme doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I mean, I've seen guys that run West Coast yet half their playbook is balanced. I've seen guys run smash where half their playbook is West Coast. So it's just if this play looks good and it fits the quarterback and it has the markers, you'll be okay. There's bars are bars. It's something Ben always said was bars are bars, no matter what.
Sometimes it seems like the bars don't even matter.
Didn't Ben just post something though about how he makes sure that his playbook is best fit for
Almost
the plays
everything.
are best fit because you can't be throwing downfield in a West Coast regular and still have it show up as best fit or very good for your playbook.
Well, that's usually determined by who the primary target is. Like if the primary target is going deep, then that's probably going to be Smash Mouth or Air Coryell.
Yep.
If he's going medium or short, it's going to be West Coast or Balance or Earhart Perkins.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose if you're talking checkdowns, throwing long and out of a West Coast, and that is, I guess, progression wise, that makes more sense then.
We're what 6 years into this game, and there's still some unknowns.
It's one of the benefits of not writing an instruction manual, I suppose.
And I'm glad we have those unknowns. I don't want to know
me too.
everything about it.
If we were all T-Zac, that would be boring.
Yep, I agree.
I think it would ruin the game for myself, for sure. Kodos with his team put it. Let's see, what did he do in the playoffs? Oh, that's right. He had that great game against Tucker.
Yeah, that was a
35.
close one.
That was the overtime game, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep. Interception for a touchdown overtime, wasn't it?
Man, that hurts.
Yeah, brutal. Ugh.
Look at the 30 of 42, 443 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Livingston.
Damn near 1,000 passing yards in the game.
So Clay, while you got that screen up, this is what I'm talking about. Look at Ben's quarterback throws, and then look at the number of runs by his quarterback, and then look at the number of runs by the running back.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 runs in the whole game.
Oh, that's the thing. When Buchanan runs, man, he runs. Good thing he doesn't run any more than that.
Wow.
But going back to my
104-21 run right there.
When somebody's just doing one thing all game long and there's no threat, it's kind of easy to defend.
That's a good question, Jugs, that you just brought up. Well, your statement.
It's true, though.
If the wide receivers are top-notch wide receivers, and you don't have good cornerbacks, even though you know he's passing, would the passing game beat you? That's the question.
If you got a good enough pass rush, I think there's still hope. Because your pass rush is going to harass him because he's dropping back so many times.
Right.
Yes, let's look at that. Let's see how many times. He went back 73 times. Let's see how many hurries were against him. 12 hurries, 1 knockdown. There you go. He had 12 hurries against them. So if you have a top-notch defensive front line, you can hurt him.
Yeah, I think it's easier to even an elite passing team. You got a better chance of shutting a passing game down than you do if you got someone with an elite running game. I mean, if the O-line has got lots of cohesion and you got a stud running back and they just pound the ball, I've never been able to just fully shut that down.
Yeah, guys like T-Zac and whatnot that just throw the ball. I don't even bother with cover one. I don't even bother with all the run-stopping defense. It's just cover everything.
Yep.
And that way I figure I have a better chance with 7 guys back there than I do having blitzers coming at them and me losing my edge on the bodies back there.
I've never understood why GMs play press 1, cover 1, man-to-man against passing teams.
Yeah.
That is like the biggest mystery to me in FOF.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think Rex throws it in there. If a GM is Rexing, Rex is throwing it in there, and they just go with it, I think.
So that begs the question, why are you Rexing against a team that's passing 60 times a game?
Exactly. I'd go in there and click, I need this one, this. You got 12 picks at your defensive fronts, and I would not even pick a run-style one.
Even when I'm Rexing, I'll go in and actually pick the 12 plays and just have it Rex the game plan.
I do that, too, and then I rearrange.
Yep, exactly. At least that way you can prevent it from putting in some of the dumb things.
Because it's gonna. I think by nature it tries to balance it out against everything.
Yep. I don't think it really looks at the team you're.
No, I don't think it does either.
That's even close to.
Because how many times have all of us wrecked something and said, "What the hell are you thinking, Rex? Hell no."
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're playing 8 and 9 man fronts against Ben, who's throwing downfield 20 times a game, that's just a recipe for disaster.
Yep.
Yep. And it's proven if you do play the pass defense, you have a chance. Like I think you had a couple teams that were pass happy ones that wouldn't even try to stop the run. Everybody back for the pass. Jugs is throwing, and I stand a better chance.
Well, the question is, when Jugs is playing, people say, "Okay, Jugs is going to run. I'm just going to now load the box."
In this league, he's run, but he's this Cleveland
Grimmer,
another league.
Grimmer made a perfect example. Like Grimmer talked about, he just played cover 1. Mm-hmm. So I think the last 2 times, maybe the last 3 times I've played Grimmer, he's beaten me because he's loaded up on the run, and I didn't adjust to throw downfield.
Let's see.
And I can guarantee you, if I'd have seen him in the playoffs, I would have thrown a few deep shots down there to make him pay.
Yeah, he beat you 34-13, and then...
Well, he beat me, I think, the year before, too. You're going to have to go back to the year before.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are not in the same division. Here we go. Yeah, 21-17. So, yeah, to both years.
I don't put tons and tons of time into my game planning, but I do spend a lot of time looking at that film room, not just on the team I'm facing, but on myself, because you can really see in there, if you don't constantly change your playbook, if you leave there's a lot of teams that'll play the same game plan all year long, and you can go in there and you can see that, they run 7 times out of the 104 every game and they never pass. Well, why would you even try to stop the pass when you know they're not going to change their game plan? So I do that, the film room to kind of look at myself and keep myself in check to make sure that I'm not becoming too obvious too. But I think that's in terms of game planning on defense, and that's where I spend most of my efforts, is just looking for patterns that don't seem to change.
Yeah, the average GM out there has a script, and I can figure out what pattern they're going with and throw something in there. I think that will work. Sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong.
Well, it also has to do with like part of the reason Grimm is so successful against me is he actually has the talent on defense to do it.
Yeah.
Run
I
defense
mean,
bars.
Howie did the same thing, and I still ran for 280 yards against Howie.
I was just
Sometimes
going
it
to
works.
say it. And then there's times where you load up, and I know that you're going to run the ball, and I ran some sort of buzz every single time, and it was still 380 yards, 400 yards. But I didn't have the personnel. So
Yeah, I tell you, Jugs has kind of turned into my new Moontown, a conference rival that we seem to play like every season almost. I think I've beat you the last 2 times.
I think
But,
you beat me the last 3 or 4, to be honest.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I didn't want to get too ahead of myself, though.
Well, you beat me. I don't know. Like I said, I missed the playoffs a couple years in a row. I went 10-6, but I think the year before that you beat me in the playoffs. I think you wiped me out in the playoffs, to be honest.
In 2006?
Nah, that would have been either
that's-
4. That would have been, I think, 2104 or 2105.
2104 or 2105. Nope, it would have to be 2104. Yeah, he
Yep,
beat you.
35-23.
Mhm.
That was his bowl winning year coming in as a wild card.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, so we've had some success against you recently. But like you just said, we have the line to do it with, and the linebackers. Maybe not so much anymore. Just had another one retire, but I guess we're going to find out.
But that's what I was saying before. You got to have the personnel. Even though you know what the other person's going to do, you still have to have the personnel to stop them. And that's the key part.
That's what I really like about IHOF is there's so many engaged GMs that people are really working on every aspect. I mean, they pay attention to the draft, and they pay attention to their free agent signings and their cap space, and they make sure that they got you know good playbooks and game plans, and they adjust them from week to week. Whereas a lot of leagues that I've played in, it's not like that. You know,
No, the last year in IHOF has been really good with interaction. I think, Clay, you doing these shows is a big part of that. Just bringing in people and getting them to talk.
It's
And
a
everyone loves
one-of-a-kind
listening
thing.
to the shit. Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
I absolutely love these. I don't always have the time to come on, and I can't always listen to the full show because sometimes you do 2.5-hour shows. But
I usually can't stay for the full time.
Right.
Wife's
I
like,
really
"Come on, man."
appreciate you all taking the time to do this. I really enjoy it when I can get a chance to listen.
Hey, whatever we can give back to the community, it helps a lot. Because, you know, everyone wants to hear about their team, wants to hear about the league, the conferences, and all that stuff. So having people come on and let them talk about their teams makes it more exciting.
Right.
It's like you, Jugs. You love your team. You put it together. It's your heart and soul. Us talking about your team is not really going to come out. You talking about your team is going to come out more.
I had the PM Jug this week. I'm like, come on, champ. You just fucking won. You got to get on for a little bit. Practically begging his ass to come on.
So I want to hear about everyone's. Like, I'd love to see Moontown come on and talk about his team, Capital City.
Yeah, we'll have to get my brother on sometime. I'm sure I'll be able to talk him in. He's in Capital City there. I'm sure I'll be able to convince him to come on sometime.
So Snapfinger, love to hear from him.
I think he's a tough one, isn't he? In Australia or New Zealand?
Oh,
I
is
think
he?
he's in Australia, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's too tough. But any event, yeah, just hearing everyone talk about their teams and stuff like that and about the league. Like
Definitely an added dimension not a lot of leagues have at all. And so it's, makes the world a little bit smaller, all of us, as a one. Not to be too corny, but most leagues, I don't even know the other GMs are alive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing I was going to say is, I got, Grimm is my best friend. I've known him all my life. My brother plays. He's got Capital City, but I just can't imagine if I was in this league and didn't know anybody, didn't have anybody to talk to on my team, I'd get bored. Maybe not bored, but it adds a lot to it to be able to just sit and bullshit about your team with somebody who understands what you're talking about. If I was just talking to my wife about my team, it would get old real quick.
Yeah, she
I like
wouldn't
doing
know
these
shit.
things so I can hear other people's opinions on their teams, and it's makes it that much. I don't know, makes it that much more engaging.
So Hanalei just released another 5 studs into free agency.
Good Lord.
I don't. Is
yeah.
he even playing? I don't.
No, he's not. And
He's a robot.
Ben won't replace him.
Well,
he
I think,
hasn't submitted a file in like 2 seasons.
I think Melco has a big affinity for Hanalei. I thought I saw him say that in a forum years ago, and I know many times throughout he gets super busy with work and can't get on, but he wants to keep his team. And
I think he's just been grandfathered in by Ben. I mean, he's been around long enough and done enough that I don't think.
But
he asks
here's
Ben
the
to cut
thing:
him, he's
we
going
got 6 or 7 GMs on the waiting list who would be much more active.
no, that is true.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
For me, I guess I don't mind him throwing in his fucking 5 studs every year for everyone else to bid on.
Pretty much.
Did anyone
It'd
put
be
any
nice
bids
if they had
on?
any money.
Did anyone put any bids on these guys?
Well, I'd love to get that Adrian guy, but I mean, shit. Can you
Yeah, I'm not
$50
saying.
million a season on a lineman?
No, he's perfect, man.
I mean,
He wants a
I'm
lot.
bidding on all 5 of them. So hey,
You got a lot more money than I got. I'm still
I
worried
got
about whether or not I'm going to be
149
able to.
million, so I'm bidding on a few.
I had to add a bunch of people to my trade block just because I don't see how I'm going to be able to afford to re-sign them.
Yeah, I'm trying to come up with some package, man, for Maloney and Celio. But
I tried
Sadly-
Facilio.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not out of the mix yet, there, Clay. But I don't know, it's hard. The 2 guys that I'm really on that list don't want to get rid of, but I had to add them because they're probably the only ones that will get any interest.
Let's put them on blast for C-Max. So
Got a lot of guys. I got so many guys I got to re-sign this year. It's just stupid.
This is a guy.
yeah, and then Alvin
I like this guy. Who? Elvin? Who's
Elvin Maloney,
Oh yeah,
what is he
tight
playing?
end Maloney.
tight end.
Tight end.
Yeah. And Maloney, I mean, he's getting about
Wow.
50% of the target. He's only a
6'8".
50%er.
6'8",
the other-
276.
Yeah.
That's a red zone target right there.
Yes, indeed.
and I got him sharing time with Rusin, my other tight end, and both of them ended up over 800 yards. I'd love to keep them both because I love running that 1-2-2 with my 2 stud receivers and 2 stud tight ends. And who do you try to defend against? But
Yeah.
So
I don't know that I can afford them.
you made you just made a statement. So here's my question to you. You said you got it running with 2 stud wide receivers and 2 stud tight ends.
Yep.
So that's 4 options.
Yep.
Do you honestly, truly need 4 options?
I don't know. It worked out for me this year. I mean, like I said, I got 800 to him, 800 to the other tight end. Each of my wide receivers got over 1,200 yards. I mean, I might be
Because
able
you can only run so many plays out of 1-2-2 before you get hit with familiars. You're basically capped at about 22 plays.
Yeah, well, between that and the 1-1-3. The 1-1-3 is I actually run more 1-1-3 than 1-2-2. So I only got 1 tight end in there. But God, I ran a lot out of the 1-2-2, and when I did, boy, it was money.
No, Maloney's got an affinity too. That sucks that you got to get him out.
Yeah, all 4 of my receivers, the two receivers, 2 tight ends, have good affinities with my.
And he's
my
a
leaders.
special teams player. He's 92 on special teams.
Yep, and then go look at Rusin, my other tight end. I mean, he's a stud too. Look at that route running.
Route running bar 100.
Yep.
Oh, Mad Max just got drafted, by the way.
Now I did just re-sign Rusin, even though he wasn't due yet. But I got him signed for 5 years now at like $11 million a season. So that I think is going to save me a ton. Because if I'd have played him the way I played Maloney,
So you got ahead of the curve.
Yeah, because Maloney, he now that he hit the end of his rookie thing, he wants like, 22, 23 million for the first season. I don't know that I can do it.
Oh, damn. Yep. Orlando did pick Mad Max Green.
Well,
Awesome.
he just posted that he wanted to draft a linebacker as a cornerstone for his defense.
Oh,
Nice.
Who did he pick?
Mad
Mad
Max
Max.
Green.
Who the hell is that?
He's a no combine guy.
Yeah, he's a middle linebacker.
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he looks like a stud.
Yeah, he looks like a 70, 75, 76 rated player.
Covering the middle of the field for the next decade.
Yeah, see that guy I'd throw in the middle. I'd throw in the middle, and I'd be playing Tampa 2 all day.
I guess the question would be, and I don't know anything about his team. He plays in the other conference, so I don't pay too much attention to it. But how good is his front four? Because if he doesn't have a front four, it doesn't matter how good your linebacker is.
Well, we can look at it right now.
He'll just be tackling what they missed.
Yeah, but if you're tackling them at 7 yards, each time.
Right. If they're 7 yards down the field, why does it matter?
Exactly.
All right,
so we get those cheap tackles.
Let's look at his front four right now. So you got this guy. We have this guy. He plays at 3-4, I assume.
No, he's 4-3.
He's
4-3 over. Yep.
Okay.
4-3 over.
So are these his guys then?
I think he switched this year.
No,
I think he switched to a 4-3 this year.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, he made that post that he wanted to stop the run, even though he plays against Ben.
Yes, he did. He was 3-4. So this is a new coach for him.
All right. So this is his defensive ends, and and his nose tackle.
Well,
so it looks like
there.
Scruggs is good.
It looks like he has some run stoppers.
Yeah,
he's got one really good linebacker already too. It looked like, didn't it? Didn't he have a 68 guy?
Yeah, Tim Henson.
Tim Henson. Here we go. Yes.
Oh wow, that guy's really good.
Yeah, he's a stud. I'd move him over to. Wait, is he 275? No, okay.
No, 6'2",
249.
Yeah, I'd still probably throw him in on maybe the, long, passing 3 and 4 wide receiver things at right end maybe.
No, I'm not good with linebackers. Would you play this guy in the middle linebacker, or you keep him at strong left outside?
If he can cover, play strong.
Yep.
Yeah, strong side's good. He's good coverage. If in my defense, I run a lot of Tampa too, so I like having that middle linebacker with great zone coverage. But that guy's a good fit for a strong side there.
I like how Clay says he doesn't like linebackers, and then he has a linebacker that's defensive player of the year.
You like that? Huh?
Yeah, I like that.
He just did that despite what he said,
Actually, I don't like really linebackers, but
he's
actually
playing head games with his linebackers, trying to get him signed cheaper.
I like outside linebackers, but so he took a linebacker. So that means I thought he was going to take something else because I'm up. So it's
we're next, Clay. We're after cert picks as you and me.
So
you guys are picking 5 and 6.
Yes,
6 and 7.
6 and 7. Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the next pick?
Cert's up right now. NPL.
Okay, North Plainfield. Oh, he's going defense.
Yeah, because he went running back last year. I think a top spot or something like that. And so
he'll draft a stud corner or stud safety and make his defense even better.
Yeah. And there's some good corners in there.
This is my guy. This is the guy I'm going after.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah, I don't buy that.
Right.
Just in case we put this video up before the draft starts and someone picks my guy.
Well, you already got two stud defensive linemen. You're not going after a third one, and that guy's not even a stud.
No, I'm not going.
You're going for one of those O-line guys, I bet. That's my guess.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Well, I'm going for running back or wideout, whatever's there.
No, he's the video won't be up, but I'm going after. I'll tell you right now. I'll show you who it is because I picked before.
I could get on the horn with Cert right after this and see if I can't trade up.
You can do that.
I wouldn't do
that.
I would if it was like grim pick, but I wouldn't do that to you, Clay.
So this here is this guy or
Bordreau?
No, it's the other. There's 2 wide receivers I like.
Well, the top 2 guys are already gone.
Forbes, huh?
Emmanuel.
He looks good.
Yeah, Emmanuel looks nice. Full
Emmanuel Huntley looks really good actually.
Yeah, full big play, full route running, almost
the
full.
The bench press 19, the agility score 696. He looks fantastic.
Oh yeah, he's a stud.
So these are the three guys I have in my queue.
I've got two of the three in mine as well.
There you go.
And I want wideout, but if I have to go running back, I'll do that. And then I'll just find the guy in free agency, or I'll trade my second rounder for somebody's 26, 27-year-old wideout who can run a route. If I have to do that, I'll do that.
Yeah, well, if you're right, then Cert goes for a defensive guy, which
we'll have a good chance of getting what we want.
Yeah, you each get a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Grim, if you're gonna make a trade for Maloney, do it soon so I can pick another first round tight end, because that's all I do these days.
No, it's going to be closer to my pick where I can see what's left if there's anything worth it for me. So,
I'm used to picking late in the draft.
Do you guys have your parameters, what you want? Is there people, let me rephrase that. Are there guys in there that you're happy with that you think is going to fall to you, or do you want to trade out?
Too early to tell for me. I mean, I think there's a handful of guys that I really like. A couple of them I think have a chance to drop into the 20s.
So you're 20, okay, so that's one.
Yeah, I'm like 23,
4, 5,
I think.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you're around here in this band.
Yeah, I got, like I said, I got a handful of guys. I there's a lot of guys I like up near the top that I think there's just no chance for them to be there, so I'm not paying really any attention to them.
Yeah, me too.
I don't have the ammunition or the desire to move up to try and get anybody. I'm trying to deal with my cap issues, and I don't really need another top pick. I've had so many of those recently.
Who do you think of the first quarterback's going to go off the board?
I think there's only one of them that looked halfway decent.
It shouldn't be anytime soon.
Yeah, there's only one of them that looked even kind of halfway decent, I think. And, yeah,
no, there's two that I think look decent.
Yeah, there's a couple that look decent, but I don't think either of them should go before.
No, but
20.
I mean, do you think
20,
they're worth
25?
Right? Do you think they're worth a top 15 pick?
No.
No.
I mean, I guess if you're desperate for a quarterback, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Wilkerson. Wilkerson looks all right, but
yeah, I don't think any of them are top 15 though.
There's no Banks and the other guy in this draft. The Smokes.
No.
No Banks or Smokes. So.
Nope.
Our division was awful, by the way, Rick.
Yeah, yes, it was.
Well, was it awful or was it just really competitive?
I tried to liven up the neighborhood as best I could.
Well, you came out of the gates pretty strong, Rick, so I almost thought you were going to do something there for a second.
Yeah, so did I. But when I looked at my team's talent overall, I said, yeah, we're kind of a 5-win team, maybe 6 if we're lucky, 7 if we're really lucky. But there's no way we're going to have a good season. There's too many things, too little talent to really challenge anybody. As I said, I was way out of my weight class when I played Julio. He just blew us the fuck up. It was terrible.
So I felt playing Fort Wayne the final week of the season. Just came in and made us look silly.
Yeah, 33-0. That was crap. Wow.
It was horrible.
I really thought you was going to win too.
And I'm looking at that game thinking, all right, well, I could sit Woody Sheck, my receiver, because he's injured, and I don't want him to get more injured. And I got these, and I'm like, no, I really want to win this game, so I'm going to put everybody in and go full bore, and then I lose 33-0. It's like, jeez.
Yeah, if I can get a running back and 2 running wide receivers, I might be able to chase 8 wins or 9 wins if I can pull it off. That's my shopping list this year. I just want that. Please give me that. I'll see what I can do.
What's his name has a good quarterback, but he's just Moontown. He can't get over the hump.
I still think he's struggling to get someone to throw to. Take a look.
Let's take a look. He's got this guy here.
He's got Graham, but he's was a rookie last year. I think he'll develop.
Graham looks damn good.
Yeah, he hasn't. The other guy would be Gordon, but he has no route run.
Yep.
And
Take
Kenny
a lot of time.
could do something with Kenny a little bit.
Yeah, that avoid drops, big play. I don't know.
Yeah, and I thought he'd
He didn't
lean a little bit more on his running back the last couple seasons, and he hasn't done that.
Got
Shelton's
a monster for running back.
yeah, Shelton's a beast.
Love that running back.
If I was him, I'd be running him as much as Chicago does and Augusta does.
Exactly.
Get that boy
If
2,000 yards.
Yeah, look at that.
Because a lot of GMs struggle to stop the run as well. And just like they struggle against the extremes. The extremes are the hard things to plan for if you're not ready for it.
Well, his guys are aging. He's got 2 more years with Shelton. And,
He's got to resign Roberto
I know, I just saw
this
that.
year. Wonder if he's even going to.
Well, he's got some money to throw around a little bit.
Yeah, 77. That's not bad.
Probably would have cost to resign him.
Yeah, right.
Or maybe he'll get that charitable cap where the quarterback just takes a little bit less so you can sign some guys. He'll get lucky.
So rare.
Yeah, he was a team that with
So-
that quarterback. Good.
So Moontown's quarterback, his avoid interception bar is pretty bad. Is he going to re-sign him, or is he going to look at that and say he's not worth it?
What's the number for his avoid
His
interception?
avoid interception bar is 47.
Let's see, what does his quarterback do for him for all those seasons?
This year was by far his best, and I think that helped having that wide receiver he drafted. He had 1,000 yards,
The interception bar is the same as mine, 47.8.
47's not that bad, though. I mean,
Well, I threw 14 picks against 16 TDs with 0 receiving talent. Well, I had maybe one guy who was over 50, and teams can just double him.
honestly, I thought 47 was a pretty decent avoid interception number.
So for the pass, he was at the bottom. Russian offense, he was at the bottom. Same. Odd.
Yeah.
Turnovers. Let's see on the turnovers. Where was he?
No, he did win 3 more games than last year, so maybe he's on the up and up,
Oh, yeah, he's a +4 in turnovers, which is good.
And Jerry Sheldon is, he's third in yards from scrimmage from 2105 to 2107. So he's getting the ball.
Let's see.
4.6 a carry is kind of low for a monster, but it's okay.
Crap. Oh, guys, I gotta bolt out of here. Work's calling.
All right, brother.
It was fun. I enjoyed it, guys.
Do your thing.
Yeah, take it easy, brother.
Take care,
Bye.
C-Max. Yeah, he was top 6 in rushing. Shelton.
How good is his O-line?
Let's see.
He's thought he had a decent guard. Yeah, really
He's got
good guard. Second
He's got a
guy.
monster guard, but what about the centers and tackles?
Yeah, center doesn't look very good. Tackles maybe okay.
Center.
Yikes. That'll hurt your run game.
And his other guard.
His other guard was a rookie last year. So he's going to be okay, I think.
I think so too. So he'll have two good guards, and his right tackle, aging, but he still has him.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have him for 2 more years. That's it. 1 more season he has him for. So he might pick up an offensive lineman in the draft this season.
Yeah, and I think he picks high enough to do it too. So,
Yeah, he's up right after you guys.
Oh, is he?
Right after Rick and.
So if I pick that guard, he doesn't get him.
That's
That
right.
is
Well,
correct.
he doesn't need a second guard, does he?
He can change him to center, couldn't he not?
yeah, center, or you can play him at tackle once he gets up there.
Because if I take that guard, I was going to put him as a center for me.
How much does that guard weigh?
Let's take a look. 300 pounds, 6'1".
Well, he definitely can't play tackle then. You're right. He could play center.
Mm-hmm.
He's 22 years old. The only thing I have on him that I'm worried about is he dumb?
22, so average.
Clay, dumb guys don't create penalties. Take it from me. They'll be fine.
Trust me, I've experienced it, and it's not fun. I've taken guys out who have been great, but they give up so many holding penalties or false starts, and I'm like, I can't.
Yep. Yeah, they give it, then they take it.
But yeah, it feels good to be at the top 6 pick. What would hurt would be to pick somebody and they bust. That would hurt.
No. Yeah, that happened to me last year because the scouting bars and they weren't good enough to find anything, and I didn't take the time to get around those bad scouting bars. But this year I got a semi improvement. So, and when I'm in the top 4 or 5, I might pull it off. Maybe I'll pull off a decent pick this year.
I know it happened to myself and it happened to Howie. We picked a wide receiver and kaplook.
Yeah.
I still don't want to talk about that. That still stings.
Yeah, because if you're paying all this money for a guy that you can't even play.
Almost that stings almost as bad as the quarterback I drafted at 1-2 that busted.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, that was my second year in the league, second season in the league, 2 years ago. That was ugly.
That sounds ugly.
Yeah, I did that in the CCFL one year and picked a guy and he blasted down to sub 20s or something like that. It was terrible. I think we've all got our albatross.
By the way, what do you guys think of Rochester? BG Bob, he turned his team around.
Mm-hmm.
I know we had him, I think, last in that division.
Well, because he got rid of his quarterback.
Yes.
I mean, he tried to get rid of him the first year, and there was really no reason for him to. And then I guess he didn't want to pay him the second year, which is why Ben let him trade him.
And he got this guy in a trade with Red Zone, Benson. Got 20 touchdowns out of him, 9 interceptions. So did good on that part. Put up 358 points, gave up 322. How's his receiving core? He's got an older guy, 10th season. And so he needs receivers. Yes.
Yeah, I think I actually picked Rochester to be last in that division.
We all did.
And he was real surprising. And he was able to get Benson to work when Bob couldn't do it.
His running game. Well, here you go. Look at his whole recognition. 22, but yet he's 1,100 yards and 4.4.
I don't know how he got 4.4 yards per carry out of a running back with a whole rec of 22.
No, me neither. Yeah, he's got a decent.
I got it out of Tully Blanchard. Okay.
He's got a decent O line, but you know. See, I would have been running Stevenson, and he got almost 1,000 yards. So, so maybe he's just Rick. What's the elusiveness ones that you would be running with no hole wreck?
None of those guys are strong to weak side run, and weak side to strong side run. 20s, 27s, 21s, and 26s.
Maybe counters.
Yeah, and also reverses if I can.
Reverses, yep.
Well,
Stick him in the wide receiver slot.
Because there's no way I can get him up the middle. A 20 hole wreck guy up the middle is like 2.2 a carry. You're not going to go anywhere.
So maybe you listen to our last show where you were talking about that shit and put a bunch of those plays in. Well, yeah, because there's no way I would even have that guy on my team.
But he's probably running him outside. I have to look at a game log to be sure. But running in the middle would be very, very difficult with that. I mean, look at Blanchard. I got a 4.3 out of him, and he did not. He was a 44 hole wreck, which is double the other guy, but still, it was a 2.42 carry guy in San Antonio prior to that.
44 is a hell of a lot better than 22.
Yeah, but I didn't even try to run Blanchard in the middle. In the games I tried, I was told you're not going to do that, Rick, and so I had to reinvent.
This guy right here. Blanchard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Tully did not run anything 22, 20, anything from 22 through 25. He did not do.
That sucks. He's got no hole wreck because that power inside, man.
Yeah.
So I just
went with the outside stuff and he did good.
Blanchard is the perfect third down back.
Yeah.
And he was my third down back.
Okay.
You need to pass to him more, man.
Oh, I know, but we're a work in progress. I assumed midway, but we'll figure that out. I just need, my shopping list is 3 things this year I want, and
he's got a knee injury.
That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, he's good.
But with this game system, I think it's like every 3, and then it turns into every 2, and then every 1. Isn't that how it works?
Don't know that one.
I don't know.
Someone taught me that. I think it was Red Zone.
He told you what now?
I'm joking. I'm joking. So with this guy, BG Bob, he turned that team around. And he's doing with guys with no hole recognition. Except for, on this side, not on this side.
You've got a good guard. You could probably get away with a 25 or even something that's not exactly up the middle.
So if you had a great offensive line, Rick, let's say, but you had shitty running backs. I mean, shitty running backs. I've done
it, and I've gotten 4 or 5 out of those guys. But I had to have the world's greatest, line. I have a bunch of Mandridges on the line.
So it can be done. You just
it can be done, but if you have a middling line where the run blockings are 40s and 50s, guys like Blanchard are going to get smacked back every time. But if there are guys that all look like all have 90 run blocking bars, you can get lucky and get some good runs. And also in the other bars, the elusiveness kicks in after they break through the hole.
Well, this is his line.
Not bad.
Let's take a look.
Well, except for that guy.
This is 8 games, 16. Is there someone else I'm missing? I think
He
he
could be
retired.
doing some nice, pistol and shotgun runs going left to right, right to left, and those things, when they hit big, they hit big. So I'm actually take a look and see what he's doing and steal a few.
Oh, BJ Bob, good play. North Plainfield was a shocker for us too. We had them at, I think, second in the division, and they're at last at 5-11.
So without me even looking, I'm going to tell you that North Plainfield's offense was probably atrocious, and his defense was probably top 5.
No, his defense was. See, this is a shock. He was last in rushing defense, number 32. He was number 2 in passing defense, 17 overall, and his total offense. You were correct on. He was 32 overall. So he can get shit going this year.
And that's why I'm so confident he's going to draft defense again. He'll ignore offense. He'll flat out ignore offense. I mean, he hasn't had a legit quarterback probably in 20, 25 seasons.
Yeah. I've never seen him have a studly QB. It's always been his defense would choke you out.
Yep. Nope. And I tell you right now, his defensive line is not what it's been in years past.
Because he keeps drafting defensive backs. He's drafting defensive backs in the first round and second round.
And he's got the awesome pass D, 199.1 a game. Not bad.
Yep.
Well, this guy, he'll get back. This guy will get back. So this is his front.
I think it was, I don't know how many seasons ago, I want to say maybe 5 or 6, where he had like 5 players on defense that were 70 rated. And 2 or 3 of them were on the front line. I mean, but at the same time, I don't think he had anybody on offense that was 70 rated.
I always believe in defense. If you can hold a team down to 16 points a game, just get 19 points a game.
Yeah, I could see him drafting that Frank Bernard this high. Defensive end.
Let's take a look. What does he play, by the way? 3-4?
He plays a 3-4.
Yep, okay. 3-4 Eagle every time.
He plays a 3-4 Eagle, and he blitzes every single play.
Go to defensive ends. Clay, he's down the list a little bit, but he looks to be about the top guy. Frank Bernard. 6'6", 296.
Oh, yeah? Yes.
He's a perfect fit for his defense.
Mm-hmm.
Volatility is a little high for me at that spot, but I don't know if you needed a defensive end that bad. That'd be a guy.
We spoke about that with the volatility. Remember, we was talking about Quick's safety.
Yeah.
Do you guys veer away from guys with high volatility at a high pick?
I only do it if there's another option that's similarly rated. Let's just say there's 2 wide receivers. The one is a 90 on volatility. The other one's maybe 45. If they look like the ratings are going to be about the same, I'll go to the 45 guy. If he's the obvious, clear-cut number 1 choice, I don't let it sway me.
Got it.
Clay, hit defensive tackles. That first one up there would be another good defensive end.
Which one? This guy?
Bobby Burnett. Yep. He looks pretty solid, too. I think I got a little better scouting than you, so he looks a little bit better on my end. But
yeah, that's right. My scouting's awful.
What does his endurance look like on your end, Grimmer?
It looks like could possibly be maybe 52, and the low end's going to be about 25. So that might sting a little bit, but his volatility is like 9.
Right, I see that.
So you're getting what you're going to get,
He's also got a high soul score, too.
Yep. Super intelligent, super heavy hitter.
Damn. Sad that no one else can go see her. I've gone every day.
Is that a TV?
My mom's excuse.
Oh, my. What's going on in the background there?
It sounds like a TV. I like Frank Bernard.
Yeah, but at number 5, I don't know. That'd be a hard one for me to pull off. But again, if I really needed a defensive end, which North Plainfield does, I'd probably take that risk and just grab him anyways.
Yeah, my
Develop
defensive scouts are terrible, so that's why you're seeing them like so.
Yeah.
How are you seeing Frank Bernard? Like mine, or even better?
No, I'm pretty close to yours on Frank Bernard even. So that just maybe that really may be what he's going to look like.
Somebody want to turn that TV down?
That's my wife and daughter debating.
Oh,
that's you.
Debate.
Yeah. Well, her grandmother is 98 years old and she's sick, and family members are saying one of our family members is an asswipe. So the two ladies are bickering about her BSing.
Oh, I thought
there's always one of them, isn't there? It sounded like a TV. It sounded like Gilmore Girls or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck you watching back there?
Of course, my answer is you can tell me this later, you know. I could give a two shits less who does what, you know.
Right.
My wife does what she can to help out, and that's all there is to it.
So you think Cert?
Yeah.
Is going to go defense, huh?
Well, I don't know.
Not offense.
But it looks like he really needs a defensive end.
I mean, he puts so much value on defense, and you can tell by the way his teams are that, I mean, I would think that's where he's going. I don't think there's a quarterback
with
worthy
that
of
mentality
taking,
too.
Right,
Hey.
there's not a quarterback worthy of taking this high.
He paid the guy already. He's got a quarterback there for 4 more seasons, and he paid a lot for him, as you can see.
And he's not even that good.
So,
and there's still some middle linebackers in there too that can blitz. So I mean, I could see that as well. Outside linebackers. I mean, yeah, there's some really good defensive players.
I mean, if he could get slightly above average play from the quarterback, he'd win 10 games a year. His defense is usually just too damn good to not win.
Well, he actually Hamadun's actually played pretty good. Yeah. If you look at Hamadun's first 3 years there, he did okay.
Yeah, but look at him last year.
Yeah, he stunk last year.
yeah, he did.
He was bad last year. But those previous 3 seasons, that's okay.
Clay, pull up his running back. See, he only averaged 3.23 yards a carry. There's something wrong there. His offensive line must be terrible.
His O-line went to shit.
Because that running back is an absolute monster.
Yeah, he doesn't have shit for
Yeah.
everyone's young. He's got a super young freaking O-line. Nobody above 50.
This is his center. Not
So
experienced.
he's the one that needs to draft that guard then.
Oh, that's true.
I mean,
Nice
he has.
blocking center.
Is there anybody on his O line that can run block better than 70?
No.
No.
It's a O line built for a passing team, not a running team.
That's there you go. That's the problem then. So he's got a 70 rated running back and no run blocking offensive lineman.
Absolutely.
So
not.
the monster can get 3 by himself.
Yep.
and he's
No
paying,
help.
And look, he's paying him 30 million,
Yeah.
36 million. 40
He's
million.
Cedric Benson in the crap out of that run game.
Wow. I mean, right. So he's investing all this money in the running back, but not the offensive line. Wow.
And his running back's 28 years old.
Yeah, he probably has
You got 4 years.
3
2,
more,
3
good
more
years.
left. Yep.
I mean, usually, same as said for real life, but usually in FOF, once you hit 30, that's like straight downhill.
See, the problem is he should have traded him. Now he's got this. Oh, well, he can still trade him and eat 20-something million dollars.
If he traded him, he would eat over $100
Now
million.
How do you
Later,
figure
Howie.
that? Howie, take care. No, he wouldn't. He's got 5, 10, 15, 20 million and change, about 22 million.
Yeah, if you
He
trade
would
for him, you're taking on the salary.
if
Oh,
someone,
he's a
right.
very-
You're right.
but
Yeah,
someone,
he's a very tradable guy.
yeah. So anyone who has a good offensive line, say, I'll take him.
But would they take him at age 28?
I'd give him a first for that. Run his ass for 4 years.
Yeah,
Will
run
he
him into
la-
the ground.
Will he last
What's left?
4 years?
Yep.
Two or three, maybe four if you're lucky. But the decline would hit. You do a
Because
67, then a 55, a 50.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it past 2 more good seasons.
No,
He's
you're
got
the
low
running.
mileage on him
Yeah.
though.
You're the
4,000
fuck-
yards mileage.
Yeah. But Jug's the running expert, so I'd listen to that.
because if he drafts offensive linemen, it's going to take them 2 to 3 years before they
To
develop.
get there.
Exactly.
And
So that's when you go to the Mac Powell sweepstakes for free agency.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but he only's got $25 million.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Wow.
Wow. No, that's
Yeah,
a
so-
lot of money. I was
Yeah,
gonna
so
say,
he's eliminated from any free agents, any big name free agents.
Yep. Where's all that
mean,
money tied up in?
I mean, he literally could sign both those tackles from Mac Powell's free agency class and automatically improve his offensive line just that way. But he doesn't have the money to do it.
Yeah, I think he's paying Hamadan too much money there, Clay. Look at that.
Yeah.
He's got fucking Tyrus White that's getting that much money.
Let's see who this guy is.
That's a tight end.
Little tiny tight end too.
Wow.
What's he doing?
How many years does he have? I think maybe it's his last, so he's got 2 more seasons with him. But listen, he
Bring
can dump him. Go ahead.
Bring up his stats.
Yeah, he's okay. He's got good route running.
He's under 7 yards per target his last 3 seasons.
Mm.
Now, is that the tight end or is that the quarterback play?
Probably the quarterback. At least this year, anyways.
He's 31 years old. He's not going to sign him again. So he's got him for this season. Now he can dump him and lose $15 million. But he'll save 22. Actually, 26 he'll save.
Yep.
Well, no, he would if he has the cap hit, he's technically only saving 11.
Yeah.
So it's not even worth it to cut him.
No, and then plus he'd lose whatever cohesion he has with
Right.
that guy. So I wouldn't cut him.
Well, if the idea is to build up your offensive line quickly, you're going to have to cut these other guys to
Well,
get.
he's gonna have to cut somebody, but I mean, he's not gonna cut a tight end that's been on his team for a guard that he may not even be able to still sign. I mean, he's not gonna have, even if he cut the tight end, he's still not gonna have enough money to sign those tackles that are in free agency.
That's right, because you have to drop the player first, get that free cap, then sign, because that's how it works in this game.
Yeah, so Clay, who's that Harvey Jefferson he's paying so much to? Is he worth it?
Not really.
He's got to be playing him at linebacker. He's too light for end in the 3-4.
What's he paying?
That's what his ideal front says.
So that's what he's getting paid.
Maybe he plays him at both positions. Maybe he plays him at linebacker on first and second and plays him at defensive end on third down.
No, because he's got a gem in this running back that he can't really utilize. That there's other GMs out there that can. However,
Yeah, I would get 2,500 yards out of that guy.
the, only,
I'm sure he would.
the problem is, guys, is that he won't be able to drop him. He won't be able to trade him. Remember, the trade rule is 55 or above. You got to have someone better, or
Yeah.
I mean, equal, or
Or if he's in a tight cap crunch, which you could make the argument he is.
Yep.
that's true.
No, and I was thinking C-Max wants a running back. He could trade Maloney for this guy, but then that doesn't help him because he's got all those guys to sign. So that's off the table. But
Yeah,
That guy would look fantastic in an Oakland uniform.
I hear the phone ringing. Do you know
Maybe
your
you should
phone
make
ringing,
it.
Grim?
Maybe you should make a play. I do. I don't want to fucking see it. I mean, thank God I don't got to play you this year, but unless we make the playoffs.
I would just, like I say, the main thing I would be worried about this guy is I would think I would only get 2 years of max potential out of him. Now, granted, that would probably be 4,500 or 5,000 yards. But after that, I'd feel like I was left with nothing. I think I'd run him into the ground after 2 more seasons.
Yeah. Well, shit, you got Gale almost fucking 2,000 yards this year. And that's split.
Yeah, his yards per carry was insane, though.
Yes.
Who?
Gal.
Jose
Gal.
Gale.
Got him right here.
Yep.
Let's put him.
That's a 2:21:25 run.
All right, let's put these guys side by side. Look at the stats. 1,900 yards, 5 yards per carry, 17 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, 3.23, 4 touchdowns.
Oh, Clay, but that's not even including Richardson. You should pull his ass up too.
Yeah, pull up my backup running back.
The numbers should be reversed, but I will pull up your backup. Who is it again? Richardson?
Yes. He's in free agency.
Yes, he is.
I'm thinking about going for him.
Look at his yards per carry.
6.79. Unbelievable. That's sickening. That's what this guy should have.
Yeah. But he doesn't have the line for it.
Yep.
It's like I said, he's Cedric Benson reborn into a FOF game.
I mean, so this goes back to when you're building your team, you kind of sort of have to go all in on one philosophy. So, I mean, he has this stud running back and no offensive line to help him. So it's like pointless having the stud running back. Just like with T-Zac would go all in on the passing game. So he made sure he got all pass blockers and he got 3 stud wide receivers and always 2 very good tight ends.
No, I agree with you on that one. It's going to be interesting who he picks. I still don't know which direction he's going to go. We'll find out tomorrow morning.
Well, the popular choice would be a wideout. Everybody does that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but is the wideout going to help his running back?
Yeah, you're right. He's just the running back's just gonna be the hit the hole 3 times for 3 yards of pop and yeah, cause you could probably trade Madrano and get something for him. So you can do that too.
Yeah, I would be trading him right away.
Because it would take too long, like mentioned earlier in the conversation, it would take too long to build a line that would help him.
It's going to be interesting to see what everyone takes in the draft as well. Like I'm looking around at different teams, like who Toronto will take. I know he keeps going after wide receivers.
I was getting ready to say it's going to be a wide receiver or tight end. That would be my guess.
A chemistry fit guy too, probably.
Right. Purple. Or as you guys say, blue.
Lavender, blue.
Isn't lavender purple?
Yeah, I guess it is.
It's
a shade of. It's a shade of.
But it's lavender or purple, whatever you want to call it. It's that. It's not blue. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But because I know he wants to get wide receivers.
Well, and again, this goes back to he has the quarterback. He should do whatever he can to make sure his quarterback is successful and can win games. So the obvious play would be to get a wide receiver or tight end to help his quarterback.
You know what we should do, Rick? We should reach out to Kodos and say, listen, I will give you my pick. I'll take your first and your next 3 firsts, or your next 2 firsts after that.
He's not going to do that.
He can get one of the wide receivers that's up there right now.
Is there any wide receiver left that's worth that?
There's 2 up there, which with his quarterback, he can make it work.
Whoa!
What's going on, Red Zone?
Sorry, I had to call my sister back and listen to her, and she's got all kind of shit going on, and she's got COVID, and I didn't want to tell her I had to get off the phone so I could go do some radio show for fake football. So I kind of let her go, and didn't know if you guys would still even be here.
Yeah, we're still here. We're talking about the draft and what do we believe which team will take what. We were talking about Toronto, like they will go for a wide receiver.
Who's still here?
Oh, it's Rick, Jugs is on, and
Grimmer.
Hey, Bob. What the fuck?
Hey,
Late to
Grim.
the party, my man.
I'm late, but I'm here.
All right.
We had Howie, C-Max, and Slam's on here too.
Slam is still showing that he's on here.
Yeah, Slam. He's
Yeah,
been
I'm
quiet.
just listening in, trying to absorb everything I can.
All right. Right. I didn't even know your mic was working. Holy shit. You haven't said shit. We keep talking about your team and you don't step in.
Slam.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you got.
Did talk about my team earlier.
And so that's what we're up to right now, Red Zone. We just finished with North Plainfield of what we think he's going to take. A lot of the guys think he's going to go defense. I don't know which direction he's going in. That's just my take.
No, what's really cool about this is the fucking. Okay, we all have our opinions of what he's going to do, and then we're all speculating on how we would fix that team. That shit is really cool about these fucking shows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. We're trying to figure out how we can fix his team because he has a running back, and I'll show it to you. Can you see the screen?
Mine?
Oh, your team.
How are you going to fix my team?
Hey, you won the division. Fuck off. And then you beat me in the playoffs. Also,
I know
off.
exactly how we can fix Chicago, fellas. I know.
Tell us.
We can replace the GM.
There you go. I knew it was coming as soon as he started. I said, okay, I know where this is going. I had no doubt.
What do you need to fix? You got great players on your team, Red Zone.
You got the most talented team in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he got me twice, so I have hats off to Bob.
What position are you going after in the draft?
That's right. Tell him your strategy.
I'm going to go after a quarterback. Oh wait, he's already here. That's why I don't have a pick.
Oh, you don't have a pick?
Right, huh?
No, he does not have a first. But it was worth it. I mean, fucking Witten got you to the playoffs. 28 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
He played pretty well, and he did better down the stretch too. So I mean, there's some things that seemed to work better as I tinkered with him as the season went on. I think we went 3-1-1 in our last 5, and we were 5-6 at that point. So we needed to go 3-1-1.
Yeah, the last time we spoke, you were saying you had to play Jugs. You were worried about that game, but you said if you can get past him, then you can make it happen.
If you didn't have that last spurt, by sheer division wins, I would have taken it at 6-10.
Well, we were -7 in turnovers, turnover differential when we were 5-6, and we finished, I think, +14. I'd have to look it up. I don't have the game open. I just logged on here, but
we talked about your game with Jugs already, and his 4 fumbles lost and 2 returned for touchdowns, and
that's what happens when we smack your players around. They drop the ball.
Yep.
Of course, we didn't smack it in
Playoffs. Playoffs.
game, so.
Yeah, you were +7 on your turnovers.
Playoffs.
Well, the playoffs.
That was a close game, though.
I used the exact same defensive game plan in the playoffs that I used in that first game, and it gave up a lot more points. So somebody did some game planning, I think.
No, I didn't change anything. I just didn't fumble the ball 4 times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was a good game. 31-28.
Evenly matched game. It was good.
Yeah. And you were playing at Oakland. So
I even said that on the forum. You go into Oakland and beat him twice in Oakland the same season?
Not going to happen.
Has anybody done that?
No, but Witten had a fantastic game. 21-27, 296 yards, 2 touchdowns. McIntyre, 140 yards. I mean, shit.
McIntyre had a good game too.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Gale,
3 points for it.
Yep. Gale slashed your ass for 200. But Haskin didn't even really have a great game either.
The thing I remember about that game was the big plays. There was a long touchdown run early, and then a long completion to a tight end that set up another touchdown. And that's not something we normally give up. I think that was when I got caught in either cover 1 buzz or press 1 buzz, and he had the right play called.
Yeah. Jug's second drive, 2 plays, 75 yards, touchdown.
Yep. There's like an 80-yard pass to a tight end that set up a short touchdown run later in the game, too. 2 big plays, real big, Normally, I don't give those up. I play too much cover, too. So, I mean, you're going to get your 20, 30-yard, maybe 40-yard, but not 70 or 80. 2 80-yard plays in that game, I think.
But if you're going to lose a playoff game, you want to lose it like this. You don't want to get blown out. You want to be competitive.
Yeah, and honestly, that's really my thing in any game, really, playoffs or not. It's just fucking get out there and play a game. Just like when Brooklyn early in the season was fucking playing shitty, and I knew I was going to go in there and just take a shit. So.
Oh, what game was that? Let's see.
That was
Oh, this one here?
Yep. Scored 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think our game would have been closer for him if your QB hadn't been hurt. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I kind of knew I was going to lose that one because I've been rooting for you all year to win the division and do something in the playoffs. And I'm like, I did my shit. I tried, and we weren't that far off,
Look, Sirk's online. He might make a pick.
He was shown online an hour ago when I looked.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's just
I don't think
online by a phone.
Yeah, I don't think that conscriptor shit works because there's so many times I sit in that draft. I'm like, the motherfucker's online. Take your pick. And then 3 hours will go by, and they're like,
oh, now they're on and off each time. That's my favorite one. It does.
Yeah, he's not showing online for me right now. So,
what pick are we on?
5. Wow. I think that's the furthest we've made it in years on a weekend.
Oh, back online.
Well, because Mech is no longer in the league, and he's not holding the draft up till Monday.
Wasn't Mech doing that? Oh, yeah, it was for that one
Mech
year.
And C4 both.
Yep, that one year. Yep.
Yeah, waiting for interviews.
Well, if Sook picks tonight, my pick will be right in.
You can always trade it to me, Clay.
I can. What are you offering?
No, what do you want for it?
Definitely, I definitely want minimum 3 first. That's a given.
Hang on. Just read Ben's signature line.
Excuse me?
Just read Ben's signature line. Don't ask him what he wants. Make him an offer, and he'll work it out and let you know.
There it is.
Yep.
I'm always interested in listening.
See, I guess I understand that from Ben because he's the commissioner. Everybody knows him. He's probably getting trade offers from 20 teams every year. But most GMs are only dealing with 5 or 10 or maybe 15 teams at the most. I mean, they're not bouncing all over the league making 70 trades unless you're Slim Mikey. Okay? So when I hear that, I'm like, you know what? I'm not giving you an offer so you can use that to get more out of somebody else. I mean,
Slim Mikey's benching at 90 plus.
Well, I asked the question that Juggernaut just asked you. What do you want? If you tell me what you want and it's reasonable, I'm just going to say okay and give it to you. Now, I don't want to have an auction. I mean, I don't know. I think most people know what they want. And I think most people know what they're willing to pay. So you just ask the question, and either you like the answer or you don't. But like I said, I get it. Where Ben's concerned, I get it, because he's probably getting at least 20 people every season with some kind of trade offer. Because he's always loaded at wide receiver, so they're trying to get a receiver from him. And he's always looking to add a pick or deal a pick. I mean, he's going up and down in the draft. So, I mean, I get it in his situation. But anybody else, I don't know. I'd kind of lean away from even bothering there.
Jugs, I'll tell you what I want. I want 3 firsts.
Yeah,
and hold on, and 2 seconds.
Well, you didn't say that at first. Now you're adding stuff.
Well, I did. I said.
If you wait another,
hold on, guys. Hold on.
Another 5 minutes, he's going to ask the third round pick.
Hold on. He asked me, "What do you want?" I said, "Well, it's going to start with at least. That's the magic word right there. 3 firsts." I didn't get a chance to finish because Red Zone started talking.
Wait 5 minutes. It'll be third round picks.
Nope, that's it. That's all I want. It's yours, Jug.
There's not one player worth that.
Nah.
No, I don't think so at this point.
Well, you know what's sad? 3 teams in the top 10 are in our division in the draft. I just saw that.
That's not sad. I like it.
What did you want to offer me, Jugs? I want to hear what your offer would be, and see if I would take it.
I mean, honestly, it would probably be 2 firsts and a second. That I feel like that would be fair.
Okay, is that what you want to give me?
I haven't made an official offer.
It sounded like one, but is that what you want to give me?
I'll PM you.
You got it.
Yeah, I was going to say though, but Jugs makes the playoffs every year, so not worth it. Take that fucking wide receiver, Clay.
Exactly.
You know what's freaking surprising? All these trade blocks out there, and we've made one trade over the weekend. One fucking trade.
Well, look. One of those trade blocks has not one player rated over 50 on the trade block. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, it's still usable by some guys. I mean, I go through everyone's trade block every year. I mean, I obviously look for affinities. So far, haven't found one that could be useful to my team, so I haven't made an offer to anybody. The Paris running back, I might have some interest in, only because I want to do a trade with C-Max that would involve my running back and getting his tight end in Seattle, and I'm trying to work out some deals in my fucking head, and it's just like, wow.
I put this guy up there, I think, for 4th. Oh no, it's too expensive. It should have been for like a fifth or sixth. It should be.
Mike's trying to fucking look up. He wants to give his first, second, and third plus his stud fucking center Dawkins for your first. Pre-approved for pick 1-5. See, Clay, you could get a stud center.
I have my line.
Pick 1, 2, 3.
Isn't that guy old?
No.
He must not be an affinity though, or he wouldn't trade him.
No, he's an affinity.
Yeah, let me look up.
Everybody
Dawkins.
on his team is an affinity.
What team are you speaking of?
Chesapeake.
Look at his center. He has his center on the trade block.
You mean Quick?
Yes.
Yeah. No, Dawkins is only 29. You're going to get 6 years out of this guy. Why would he trade Dawkins though? Who could he move over there?
Must want big money.
Yeah.
It's good money wise.
Go to the View contract.
Yeah, this is his last year.
Yep, there you go. He wants big money.
Well, and he didn't even play him this past year. Look, he only has 4 starts.
Yep.
He might have had some injuries then.
Well, he's angry.
Who the fuck was he starting all year? Did he get injured?
Good question.
These are the questions.
Nope,
maybe
nothing recent.
Maybe he didn't start him to have a lower salary.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
look
no,
like it work.
But
No one Quick says he does that.
But it
He'll take
backfired.
people out. Yeah, no, he wasn't injured.
Yeah, it doesn't look like that strategy worked if he's on the trade block.
Well, I mean, he's an 80 rated player.
Yeah, Jugs brought
there's
that
a
up
limit
before.
to how low he's going to go. You're right. No matter what. Yeah.
Oh, Slim Mikey's got that top. He's got a 91 rated quarterback he benched since week 5 after he recovered from an injury. So it's other people have done it.
Yeah, I guess I don't see. He's a mentor. He's an affinity. I don't know. I wish Mike was on right now. Explain yourself, sir.
He's just using him to parlay into getting a better draft pick. That's all.
Yeah, top 5 pick.
Well, Rick's in here too. You can get his pick. Rick needs players.
He's after. Quick is after someone for sure. Then
I was getting ready to say, if Quick is offering that, the guy's got to be an affinity. So all you got to do is look for the pink colored guy, right, and see what wide receiver is available or tight end is available.
Yeah, which one of them is pink?
Yeah, but also even before this new trade block he put up, he had him up there by himself.
Oh, Rick picks at 7, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a pink wide receiver named Strickland.
Is he any good?
Doesn't look too bad to me. But then again, I have the world's greatest scout. But
what do you give me for McIntyre, Rick?
Who?
What year is he?
4th.
Oh, maybe we should have a conversation.
Right here.
I'm looking at 1.7, and what can I get along with that?
Oh, well, I don't have.
Well, you send me an offer I can't refuse, and we'll see. I'll take Ben's signature line for the day.
Yeah, Bob. How much does he want?
Oh, I didn't even look. Let me see.
I've got money to pay that.
This ought to be funny. 1,800 yards and 77 rated. This ought to be good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say first year, $28 million.
Hang on, I got the.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the first year. It's going to be $28 million.
I'm thinking more in the 30s.
Yeah, well,
overall contract,
top salary.
Yeah. 30. Well, 30s for the
wait a minute.
First year.
What's the top dollar amount that you guys think?
I think 33 in the first year.
33 the first year.
I'm saying 28. I'm saying 28 total the first year.
28 total the first year, huh? How about 46?
Oh
what?
Shit! Oh what? Shit, boy!
5 years, $281 million.
Wow. No way.
What's the first year? 46?
46.5.
So he looks like he's going to be an after PS2 sign.
His fifth year is $70 million.
No, yeah, Bob, you don't sign him until after fucking preseason 2. Yeah. You can't, because if you sign him and he fucking like tanks,
right?
Oh my god, yeah, he doesn't get he's going to hold out then too.
He's the 11th hour sign if you do it.
See, when you have players like this, you don't have top quarterbacks and you don't have top wide receivers. Because
they are your quarterback.
They are your top quarterback wide receiver at the salary that they're asking for.
I mean, right, because you can't afford to pay everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's so. Who else you got there in the backfield, Bob? Because the unfortunate thing is sometimes if you try to wait until after PS2, if they're holding out, they'll decide that they're going to fucking stop holding out on the first preseason game, or they'll stop holding out before the second preseason game.
Well, here's the thing. So you got the stud running back. Your quarterback is going to have to be extended at some point, and you still got the young wide receiver.
Yep.
Oh, that's a bind.
Actually, off of your team, Bob, I'd prefer Terry Garcia.
Yeah, I like Garcia.
Because the running back, if I get a good line, I can put a 50-hole rec guy and get away with it.
That changes his whole strategy from how he played this year. He gave the running back 447 carries. He's not going to be able to do that with just an average running back.
Yeah.
No, I have to use 2.
Well, last year was an anomaly because he tried to run that other motherfucker a little bit more, too. I believe we talked about.
What was that?
Harrison
Webb?
Are you trading Garcia?
Oh, Slam's out. Have a good night, brother.
Have a good night, Slam. Are you trading Terry Garcia?
I don't think.
No, I just threw the name out.
No, yeah,
okay, all right.
Although he wants a bundle too.
Well,
I'm sure.
I mean, I don't have to do him till next season, but
Right. You have a 2-year lull on
right
him.
now it's 5 years, 201.
Hey, if you want to jump
And
into 1-7,
It'll be
talk to me,
5
Terry
years,
Garcia.
251 next year.
Probably.
What color is McIntyre? He's yellow.
You hear that, Red Zone? If you want to jump to 1-7, you can
Yeah, I
throw
heard
in
it.
Garcia.
I heard.
Right. And that'll take care of my wide receiver woes right there. Then I'll go buy me a bargain running back somewhere.
What's this interdivision shit I'm hearing?
I mean,
You boys knock it off.
This is incestuous trading period.
Hey, Grim, I could make that kind of deal. And then after I go 3-13, I'll have his first and a high top 5 pick. You know, I mean, I could bounce back the following year right away, but
That is true.
it's not really what I want to do.
As long as you don't trade your top pick for a middle linebacker.
I mean, dude,
Yeah,
if Rick's
really.
going to give you 1-7 for McIntyre and he's got the money to do it, I'd take that fucking trade and you just find
No,
another
if-
running back.
No,
And-
I want Garcia more than I want the running back.
For 1-7, really?
1-7 for Garcia. We could talk.
Really?
Yes. Because I
I'd
can
do
find
that.
a running
I'd do
back
that in a
somewhere.
heartbeat.
Yeah,
Because
Garcia
then Bob
looks
can
great.
get himself a younger.
Garcia's
running back
also
or
a
wideout,
guy-
what's he gonna do?
If Bob posted and he wanted 2 firsts for him, he could get 2
Probably
firsts
get it.
for him.
Yeah, but 1-7 is worth 2 firsts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's true. That's true. Plus, there's other wide
We could do
receivers
the
that we were
on-air
discussing.
trade special right now. Incestuous in division special.
And Witten won't be cheap either. He's looking at an extension for 3 years, 207 right now. So, yeah, the 3 of them are going to be very expensive.
This is
You
just
can't keep them
devious.
all.
This is devious.
Yep. Like I said, Witten and Garcia, I can wait till next season, but we're going to have to make a decision on McIntyre. That's going to be interesting.
Post up the trade, man.
Yeah.
Give away Garcia for 1-7. There's another wide receiver in there.
And then you can put your running back on the block and get somebody to bite and replace him with the younger one if you want it. There's that option too.
I'm sure someone will jump on that running back.
Yeah, Clay, go to the draft and pull up those 2 wide receivers that you're looking at.
Okay.
That Rick probably would have took one of.
So
You got
the 2 I'm looking
Strickland, Strickland and Huntley.
Yeah.
at. Wait, where is it now?
Move up.
Well, Huntley's the one. He's the one with the strong combine.
Yeah. So this is a guy like
Strickland.
Why is he?
He's
fourth
number
from the
4,
bottom,
brother.
Fourth from the top. Yeah, they're both you can't go wrong with either guy.
Yeah.
They work.
So one of those
look
could be
good.
yours, Bob, depending on what
That's
North
right.
Plainfield does.
Exactly. So if North Plainfield
right.
goes defense, these are the guys that are available.
See, that's
And you buy yourself 4 years. Maybe
I have
5.
not looked at the draft class at all.
Basically, I go before Rick,
Yeah.
and so most likely I'm taking Emmanuel.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm leaning right now.
And depending on what I see back from my scouting report for the hell of it, maybe if the running back looks good, I might even go there. I never know. But
There's still a
wideouts are
bunch
where
of
it's
backs
at.
left on the board, too.
Yeah.
Holy
There's
shit,
a
a
strange
bunch of
one
backs.
that didn't even hit. He had all the combine scores a little high, but he had all these crazy looking bars, but I don't believe that one too much. I like the first running back that went out the board. That was a nice one.
He is all right.
Who is that? Let's look at that guy.
It was
Harden.
Bernard.
what's his
Harden.
name? Bernard. Yeah.
Yep, you got
There
it.
he is.
There he is.
Yeah, not bad. And then the other one that starts with a C looked okay. And
A Krieger.
The
yeah,
top
the
guy.
one with the
Yeah,
unique
top
name,
guy.
Krieger.
Here we go.
I can tell you one guy that's going to be leaving.
Hmm.
My center. Could save $15 million the minute he leaves, and he wants 23.
Yeah, because see, I have the other option is I go
You
Krieger
saw him.
and then I go
That.
and the Derby for one of the wideouts.
There's some money there. I can use that for the running back.
Yep.
Got options depending on what the scouting report says, even though the Barts look okay.
And this linebacker Mantle, say 14-6. The minute he leaves, he wants 14 and 13 to re-sign. He hasn't put up production there in that.
Well, let's see for Rick. Let's say no one trades with you. Plainfield takes a defensive player. I take one of the wide receivers.
Then I'm left between the wideout and the running back, and I would debate over that for a while.
Yeah.
In my head.
So, guys, he would take a wide receiver, running back. Who do you think would work for his team? And the two players that he's speaking of would be this guy, and let's just say
and the one that you don't take.
Let's say the one I don't take. Who do you think will help his team?
They both would, actually. That's the scary part.
More?
I'm a run first, so I lean the Krieger, and then I go into a wide receiver sweepstakes on the free agent market.
What do you guys think,
And
Jugs?
the reverse is true as well. I could go after a veteran running back and then take a younger wideout. So either way, I improve something. But wideout is probably the better bet.
I think
I
so.
wish you still had $100 million in open cap, huh?
I got a pretty good set of funds available, and my wideouts need help. You see, like Jarvis and Ford, all these guys.
Last season you had $100 million, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think it was some ungodly amount, almost $200 million to spend.
And you could have afforded McIntyre then.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think you were amenable to letting him go at that time either. So
nah, probably should have. Looking at things now.
Yeah, I think the wideout would be.
Yeah,
that's
because I can always grab a veteran running back, and then I can find a tackle to replace the one that retired on me. I have my outside runner in Blanchard, but I don't have an inside guy, and I don't have much outside of the tight end, which is that great anyway. I got my clown card running backs right there.
Okay, I can't wait for what's his name, North Plainfield pick.
Yeah, I know I should take the wise pick and pick White up because I can always find a running back in the third or fourth round that has a whole rec bar and he just runs straight ahead. I can get away with that too.
Or Red Zone says to you, "I'll take you 1-7. Here's Garcia. Let's make the deal. Post it."
Exactly, and that can happen too if Bob's amenable to that. And we call that one the incestuous special.
I think there's
come to daddy.
I think there's cap I can cut. I can make it work.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about the game is you can't have too many good players because you just can't afford them all.
Next year's cap's under 300 million used with no dead cap. This year there's still 41 million dead. That's what's hurting me.
Yeah, I've already got. I had to met so many guys to go last year. I had to eat 66 this year, but I'm free. Nothing next year, so I'm okay there unless I let somebody go now. But I think everyone's a keeper on the roster for now.
And the people I'm looking at are all 1-year deals. They're veterans that have pretty high salaries to begin with and want even more. And I'm like, okay, if I dump 2 or 3, then I'll have the money to re-sign the running back, and I can wait till next year to do the QB and the receiver.
Oh shit!
But yeah.
Jug's got 161 million.
Indeed,
62.
Spend.
You got he's got 33 under contract, so he's got a lot of people to resign. But fuck,
that's a good place to be. He's going to be very, very, very busy in free agency.
Well, I told you I'm going after all 5 of Hannah Lay's players.
and you probably have all the money to do it. I don't think anyone is close to matching you.
Dude, I gotta get some guys this year. I just keep barely missing out on fucking guys in free agency. I think I'm going hard. Like fucking Rick got fucking Coffee last year by $3 million. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'll tell you what. Rochester got 202 million. Outer Banks has 214.
Tony's got
some people got some money this
214?
year.
Who's fucking Tony going to lose this year then? We didn't even talk about Outer Banks yet.
Oh, yeah, Outer Banks. Let's go.
He's got 35 under contract.
I'll
He's
tell you
probably got
something
some
else.
guys to re-sign. I mean,
You know
obviously,
who else-
go ahead.
You know who else is on that list is Fort Wayne, 172 million.
I saw that.
After 13-3, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but his quarterback's coming up in a couple years.
He's got to re-sign some guys this year, I bet, too.
Wow. Gothenburg has 120. Well, God,
He al-
Julio's got money in free agency.
He usually does have cap room because he doesn't normally have a lot of high-rated players on his team.
Nope, he just gets the best out of all of them.
Pretty sad. 50 million is fourth from the bottom or fifth from the bottom.
Is there a special screen you're looking at, Red Zone?
Yeah, go to your roster page and click team cap needs list.
And gets everybody.
Oh, here we go. Wow.
214, 420. Wow.
Here we go.
Howie will not like seeing that.
214. God damn, Bob's got BG Bob 200 million. Hanley's got 200 million. Oakland. Wow.
Toronto has 136.
Yep.
Wow.
No, and here I'm thinking I'm doing well. I thought I was doing well with 112. And I'm not.
I think Fort Wayne's interesting with 172.
Well, you are doing well because you only have 45 players. So we only have to sign a few.
Yeah. Nope, you're right. I got some re-signs I got to do this year. Maybe a couple.
Mm-hmm.
I'll renegotiate, but like I think I talked not last show, but the show before when we did the preseason stuff. I had like 5 guys that re-signed for less. Like even Riviere. I took like 10 million less last year for a bigger deal. I'm like, what the fuck? You had the best season of your career and you're going to take less money? And I know the blue guys aren't big on loyalty either, so.
Wow, Merchantman has 0.
I was getting ready to say one thing we know about free agency heading into the first couple stages is the merchantmen are always going to be over the cap.
Yep.
He is 146 million.
And he's got a shit ton of picks too
Look,
this year. So
he tries to hold on to every single player he has, which I don't understand that thought process.
No, you can't do that.
I've been.
I understand the
couple times,
cohesion.
too.
I love the cohesion, but like my cohesion is like a couple of good guys and lesser guys underneath that swap out. Don't start like fucking 10 games a year. I'm swapping people in and swapping people out every game. I also take low endurance players a lot of times that are good, but once one gets tired, another guy comes in to take his place, you know?
I've been guilty of that myself, trying to keep everybody. And I'll tell you what, if you look at Oakland, that's what Juggernaut does probably as good as anybody I've seen. He'll sign a big name free agent. He'll pay him a ton of money, and everybody's going, oh, look at all the money he spent. And he signed him for that contract, and he's walking when it's over, and he's going to sign somebody else.
Just like, Broderick Lando.
Yep.
Signed away for me. I had to let him go. I couldn't sign him that year because he wanted that.
He's not going to try and keep him. He signed him for that contract, and when that contract's up, he's going to take that money and use it on somebody else. That's the way to do it. That's the smart way. More of us need to figure that out. But
Clay, click on Evan Drake, the Merchantmen's quarterback. Look at what he's paying him.
wow.
Why?
The guy's not that good. Look at his QB record. Look at his record.
He had a good season, or 2106, 92 rating, but yeah, he doesn't have a winning record.
I mean, there's just no way I would have kept that guy. I would have never signed him, but he made a trade for him, didn't he?
Yeah. I think so. Pizer couldn't figure him out. Pizer was trying to get rid of him for fucking years.
Yep.
You got him here. So let me ask you something. He's 146 million 250 for new players, but he's 98 million over the cap. So how does it work? He's got to get rid of guys and get guys for like
go hit his
500,000?
contract. Go hit his contract for you, Clay, and let's see who we think he needs to get rid of.
Well, the first guy on the list, there you go, 95 million. So he obviously capped that guy out a couple times.
Yeah, but who's that Gus Coleman? Is he worth that much money?
Wow.
No.
I don't think so.
Wow. The max per new player number is showing you what he's going to spend on draft picks. You take that and subtract the 98 that he's actually over the cap, and that's what his draft class is going to cost him.
Coleman's got good stats, but
He's got a shit ton of picks, apparently.
I'm not playing that. He's paying him what? 89?
So if all he really needs to do is get rid of the top 2 salaries.
He's paying him 60. No, but
honestly, he should get rid of the quarterback too. The top 2 salaries and the quarterback.
The problem is he'll take a big hit on Coleman. Look at Coleman's thing. You're talking about
that's all so much
million.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's the cap out, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, had to be.
Yeah.
You're talking about almost 75 million.
Go to view transactions.
Cap out or an extension. I don't know how the extension would do. Well,
he capped him out. Look,
re-signed.
He capped him out
twice.
Well, no, the first one looks like a signing, and then the second one is a cap out.
Yep.
Click on Maxwell. Click on Maxwell and see what his transactions show. It looks like he capped him out twice. Yep.
Yeah. A few times. I would have left him at the 2106 salary.
Wow. He's re-signed him three of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
4, 6, and 7.
Well, he's loyal to his players.
You know, he's not getting rid of this guy because he'll take a big cap hit.
Yeah.
The guy's in his 10th year, and he's making 90. He's got a cap hit of 90, or let's just say $96 million.
Damn.
That's 1/5 of your cap, right?
So again, I'm going to go back to this. There's not, other than a quarterback, there's not one player worth a cap like that. If you have a quarterback like Livingston, I could see that. There's no way I'd pay a wide receiver $100 million.
See, but if you look, let's say he traded or cut him, he's going to have $46 million extra this year, but next year he's only going to save the 22 of the last year.
Right. So he's essentially stuck with him.
He's going to spend 71 if he keeps him and 44 if he lets him go.
Right. So he doesn't even have the option of really trading because it's not saving him that much money.
Yeah. Next year he gets killed.
Yes.
He almost has to keep him this year.
And in order to keep him, here's the thing. In order to keep him, he's going to go ahead and cap him out again.
Which that'll really kill him.
Which means his salary next year is going to be $110 million.
But that's what I'm trying to say. He's got to get rid of $98 million, correct? $99 million. Am I correct on this?
Top 2 guys.
All right, so
somebody's going to get set free.
So those guys have to be set free. Yes, next season he's going to
Okay, so like Gabriel Morris, click on him. I mean, could you not dump Gus Coleman and Gabriel Morris and use your draft picks to get some younger guys to come in? What does he got? How many firsts does he have this year?
He has so many draft picks. He said he wanted to use them to move up into the top 10.
Well, I don't see that happening.
So Morris is going to cost him $45 million in cap loss.
He's got way too much bonus tied up into these players.
Yeah.
He has no flexibility at all.
No, he's got 2 first rounds. He needs to cut 2 of those guys to get that cap fuck out of there and then draft 2 fucking players.
Look at the tight end.
No, here's what he should do. At least this is what I would do. You're right. He needs to cut a couple players. He needs to get rid of the quarterback for one. I don't know who the other player is that he would need to get rid of, but he needs to get rid of somebody else, and he should trade every single draft pick he has this year for the future.
Yes, I agree with Jugs, and not for next year, for the following year after that.
I was going to say, he does that every year, though. He'll package up this shit and move up and get 20 draft picks.
He usually keeps a first rounder.
Yep.
You can't.
I would get rid of everything and put it 2 years out.
Yeah, you can't afford the first rounders this year. So it's worthless to you. So you might as well go 2 years out because next year you're going to get hit with that bonus money.
And he could load up and have 4 or 5 first-round picks,
Yeah, I tell you what, now. I would cut Coleman, Gabriel Morris, Evan Drake this year. Take your 2 first-round picks and pick people to fill those fucking spots because the draft's pretty deep right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would just trade him
now and just get it over with.
Like Maxwell, right? I would trade Maxwell and say, who wants to give me a third for him? Not this year, not next year, the following year.
Well, here's the thing.
Or a second.
He's not going to give up a third because he probably thinks he's worth a first and a second.
No, honestly, right now I would trade my first round pick for Maxwell. God, how much money would I be in for? A lot, right?
Not you wouldn't eat the bonus. He would.
He'd eat the bonus, but then he can't do that because that just adds. Jesus, that's a trap. Wow.
Look at the money he's paying.
That's what I'm saying. He's left with no flexibility at all.
Look at the money. Hey, look at the money he's paying the tight end Alcala.
The tight end?
I like a tight end, but wow.
Let's see. Let's bring this over. Yeah.
So 43 and 47.
That's a lot of money for a tight end.
His route running's 40. Why are you paying that guy that much?
Because he drafted him in the second round. He's in his 7th year, and he wants to keep him until the day he dies.
Yeah, but why? He doesn't have any route running. Huh.
It's all a cohesion thing for him.
Yeah, but it ain't getting them playoffs. I keep wishing and hoping.
But Jugs is right. He's going to have to get draft picks for 2 years out. That's what I would do as well. Because you can't do it next year's draft. You don't have the money for it. You got to go out another year. And try to get the most of the guys.
He's eating cap no matter who. Coleman eats
right,
cap.
But I mean,
he eats cap. Maxwell eats cap. Drake.
It's everybody. Essentially, his team needs a reset. That's why I say just go 2 years out and get rid of these like 3 or 4 high contracts. Mm-hmm. His team essentially needs a reset.
Yeah, no,
and he can replace the players easily with what he's got pick wise.
He won't.
But he's always in the forums bitching about how so-and-so won't take this contract even though it's more than what he's asking for, but it's less this fucking first year. This isn't single player. And I haven't played single player since the game came out. But this isn't single player. The contracts don't work that way in fucking multiplayer. So just cut these motherfuckers or trade them or do what you can. But you guys are right. He's fucking trapped right now with so many of these guys. Wow.
Big money.
Yep.
Big money.
Look at this. It's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah.
But even if he deals his picks,
I gotta look at something.
What does it show for his cap next year?
445.85 used, but no dead.
So he's up against the cap for next year too.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And he hasn't even signed anybody this year.
Absolutely.
Wow.
He's got 13. He's got 12 players. 11 players he has to sign this season.
He's got less than 140 million to play with next year.
That's without doing any renegotiation of the current players and getting his cap fixed for this year.
Yeah.
So by the time he gets done, he'll probably be $100 million over for next year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
if he stays in this cycle, right.
I think the only player anyone would take would be Maxwell in a trade.
You're right.
Going to pay for a 10th year receiver what he's going to want.
Right. He's going to want too much for him. Because, let's look at it like this. He's been on his team for 9 years. This is his 10th season. So he's worth a hell of a lot more to him than he would be anybody else. So in his mind, he thinks he's worth probably a first and a second or 2 firsts. And there's just no way a GM's going to pay that and take on that salary.
No, he's got maybe 3 more years. Maxwell.
No, and I would give up a first right now for him. But again, that salary, he can't do it. He's trapped. He can't.
But if he cuts him,
can't even fucking trade him.
But if he cuts him, isn't he in the same boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he can't trade him and he can't cut him.
Grim, if I was you, I'd just make that offer and let him tell you no, because I don't think he has any choice.
I have enough money to take on this guy's salary, and I would do it. But
I bet the guy would renegotiate to less.
Yes, but he's
easily
going to take a what?
Well, yeah, because
70,
you wouldn't have
90,
the bonus anymore. So of course he would renegotiate for less because the bonus would be gone.
Right.
Yeah, but MIJB would be taking like a 90 million plus hit to the cap this fucking year, which he can't add to. God damn, his trapped. Wow.
Oh, that's right. No, isn't part of it this year and the next? Oh,
I was going to say that's not how I.
No,
see it.
no, it's not. It's not 90. No.
All the bonus would be this year.
No.
No. The bonus for this year is this year. The bonus for the remaining is the following year.
Okay.
Correct.
So he only gets 44 back.
He's going to save
but can he take
$46 million this year if he trades this guy?
Can he take another 44 million fucking hit this year? Wow.
But he doesn't take that this year.
It takes one step forward and two steps back.
He doesn't take the 44 this year. He's gonna save $46 million this season if he lets this guy go, because this year's bonus is already gone. It's in his numbers. It ain't going.
Okay, then what does that put him at now? So now he'd be 40 in the hole down with one guy.
What happens
have
is
to do it again.
year, instead of spending the 22 and the 49 and it's 71 million, instead of spending 71 next year, he'll spend 44. So he only saved 27 million, and 44 of that goes right to his cap next year's dead money.
I see. So the 49, whatever that is, that bonus money is already calculated in that.
So let's just say he cuts him. Okay.
Yes.
He has no choice. He has to cut the guy. Okay. Now you have 46 million more to spend right now this year.
I see it.
So next year, you instead of spending 71, you're spending 44. And
no, you'd have 3. Didn't we already discuss this?
Okay.
That 49 million's hitting the cap this year.
That's already there, though. That won't
46 million you get rid of. He's got 3 million to spend.
But the 49 won't change, Grim. That's already in his cap. This year's cap's already figured. You're already looking at it.
Oh.
So next year 43 million, he's going to get hit with.
45 actually, because it's
45 and a half.
45.
So he's only saving 27 million next year by letting him go.
Which again, that's not really worth it.
Okay, so I would trade him. Then it works. Then trade him because
but it's still the same scenario. Whether you trade him or cut him,
trade or cut.
It's
the same shit. Yeah.
So here's the question: if you trade him and you get what we're saying he's going to want, which is a first, that's worth doing. But for a third, no, probably not.
But he's not trading Maxwell. That's out of the question because Busey just retired. So there's no way he trades Maxwell.
He gets to the preseason and still has cap trouble. He's going to have to do something.
Well, here's what he's going to do, and he did it like 3 or 4 seasons ago.
In fact,
he's going to mortgage like one part of his team, whether it's the offensive line, the front 7 on defense, the whole back part of the second. Like he's just going to get rid of like everybody at one particular unit on his team to try and get under the cap, and then he's going to renegotiate and cap out some more. I mean, he does it every year.
But he'll be doing it next year too.
Right, and then he's going to be doing it the year after that, and then the year after that, and then the year after that.
Yeah, I'm so glad I'm not trapped in that hell, man.
But you know what? He can't even wait till the preseason. He's got to be ready for training camp, or he's going to start losing draft picks.
Yeah, he's going to lose 3rd-round pick before and after training camp.
Yep.
Oof. No, and all this for, I mean, his last good season, 21-04, 11-5.
Clay, pull up his team history.
Sure, hold on.
Yeah, on the website. This is what I'm looking at that.
Well, you can pull it up in game.
Oh, yeah, you can.
Merchantman. Here we go.
So he's made the playoffs one time in the last 13, 14 seasons?
Yeah, not good.
So he's keeping all these players and paying all this money to do what? Be mediocre?
And that's not like him. I came into this league and he was fucking top dog from 2056 on. I mean, scroll down a little bit more, Clay. You can see what he was doing. I mean, look back in the fucking 70s, late 60s. Last bowl was, 2066? I mean, go down a little bit further.
So,
I mean, I got to play him a number of times from 2056 on. He was fucking champ. Look at all that.
So it looks like what happened was when the game went to FOF 8 is when he started struggling.
Yep, and that's the game planning aspect. And
one thing for sure, He's going to have to let Evan Drake go. That's an easy one. Because you save.
But he wants to keep him all for the cohesion aspect of it.
You save the money both.
Well,
years.
he's only there 4 years, so he's not adding so much. Your wide receivers and your tight end matter more than your quarterback does.
He's going to have
unless your quarterback's there for 10 years and you got younger wide receivers and kind of switch, but he's only been there 4 years.
I don't see how he can keep Drake and get under that cap and have any kind of competitive team. Or if he does, the cap will be a complete mess next year.
I mean, even if he gets rid of Drake, that's still not saving him that much money.
Well, it's 27 and 28, so both years drop because the bonus is already figured. The only time that bonus becomes quote-unquote dead cap money that really matters is when you're adding another year to one of those 2 seasons. When it's a 2-year deal like that, that's already figured in. You're going to save his salary both years. You're already paying his bonus. It's already gone. You can't get it back. It's gone. The 3rd year bonus, that goes on to year 2 and makes that go up.
Well, he's going to pay
a 2-year deal. That's what he should be looking for: is 2-year players that have a high salary that he can save this year. They can save him.
Hold on, Red Zone. His bonus for 2021-09 is not paid yet. But
that's going to be paid whether he keeps him or trades him. So it's not going to go up.
Right, because the bonus money is guaranteed.
Got it.
Yeah, that's guaranteed. So that's going to be added on to next year.
That's what I meant. It will be added on for next year's
but it won't
loss.
Be added.
The help file says yes.
Okay, so but it won't be added on. It's already there. You're going to pay that whether you keep him or trade him. It doesn't change.
But that's going to go on to your lost cap next year.
That's what I meant.
Well, yes.
All that is a box on a balance sheet.
Oh, motherfucker. Dude, Cert took Strickland.
Did he?
Donovan Strickland. One wide receiver gone.
He did?
Yes,
oh,
sir.
my God.
The only
Rick, you hearing this?
When you cut it
I know. I figured he decided to.
Oh my God, he's going wide receiver. Why? He's got Harvey. He needs to fix his fucking defense. It's like he was in here listening and we didn't know. Hey, take your pick. Take your pick right now. Move it along. Make Rick pick.
Just to be clear, Clay.
Don't take your pick, Clay. Just move it along.
Just to be clear, Clay, the only thing that changes on a 2-year contract, if you trade or cut the guy, is you save the salary. The other numbers aren't going to go up or down. They're already in. You're looking at both years' cap right on your roster page. It's already in there. What changes is the 3rd year or the 4th year or the 5th year that get added to the 2nd year when you let somebody go. That's when you start losing.
Right, because then all the bonus money is calculated into that 2nd year.
It all accelerates to year 2.
Right.
Yeah, Rick, your deal for Garcia is dead.
Like Evan Drake, he'll save 27 and 20.
Now I might be compelled to have to take the running back because you'll take the whiteout.
Oh, no, we know who's Clay's taking. He can take him right now.
I think
further the draft.
I think Drake has to go. I think he's got to go. That's got to be the first guy, even if he has to cut him.
Well, he won't. He won't.
Well, he's going to have to cut him. Nobody's going to trade for that guy.
Okay, then cut him.
But he won't trade Maxwell
because it's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. You're going to have to get rid of that money. You got to find 2-year guys like that. They'll save you. How many 2-year guys does he have that have that kind of salary?
Well, like you pointed out, he's got to get rid of that tight end also.
I don't think he's going to though. He's only 7th year and he's got a 3-year deal, doesn't he? Oh no, the tight end could go too. There you go.
Yep. Why would
he just needs to eat it all now and get it over with.
That's what I say. That's what I say. Eat it now and set up for 2 years from now.
Yep.
See, but the tight end is tradable. The QB's not.
Yeah. Because if not, you're going to be stuck in that hamster wheel of hell with salaries. And
look at the corner, Logan Wallace, 1-year deal, same thing. Deal him, put him on a block.
Rick, you taking Krieger?
If you take the whiteout, I have to because I don't want the other whiteout below that. I'll just take that, and I'll go into whiteout sweepstakes. I'll just
Krieger's
get a bunch
fucking
of route
beast,
runners.
dude. 6'1", 233.
I know.
I made my pick.
Yeah.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Look at the kicker on Mass Louise. Pull up his contract.
No.
Pull him up.
I took the kicker.
Kansas, Clay just picked Huntley, the stud wide receiver.
Huntley, gone. All right, I'm going to smoke quick, boys. I'll be right back.
Yes.
Take Krieger. Take Krieger, man. Move the draft. Krieger looks awesome.
You guys see this kicker?
So this is the guy.
I'm looking him up right now.
Who are we looking at now?
Mass Luis, pull up his kicker.
Okay,
Oscar
hold on.
Harrington.
Hold on. His kicker.
Oscar Harrington?
This guy?
Yeah, don't
Oh
pay
my
him that
God!
much.
Look at his salary.
No, don't do it. I only did it with Mercury Slaymaker because I had some extra cap at the end, and he wasn't
Right,
any
he was
better than
my-
any other kicker I had. But
Yeah.
fuck.
Dude,
All right.
he's paying $22 million for a kicker.
And there's no cohesion value there. All right, I'll be right back.
Wow.
Not a chance. Never happened. Caught him in draft one.
Yep.
Now, red zone. Does this fall into defensive tackle thinking? Remember how you feel about defensive tackles and stuff like that? You're like, I'm not paying you $80 million. Does this fall into that same category?
I think it's worse. I think a kicker and a punter. I've shared this with a couple people, and it's just my opinion. I have no basis for it. It's just what I see. Imagine in the NFL. Okay, I realize this is a fake football game, but imagine in the NFL. How many times you see somebody go out and sign a free agent kicker, and he comes in and he's at least good. Some of them are great right off the street. Okay, I think there's a floor. How bad can a kicker do in an FOF game? I don't think he's going to do worse than about 7 out of 10 most of the time. So you're paying for that 8th or 9th field goal out of 10 because very few have 100%. Right. So how much are you willing to pay for a guy that makes 8 out of 10 instead of 7 out of 10? How much more money?
No.
How much more are you willing to pay for?
Unless the guy's plugging 50-yarders everywhere, and even then, it's not worth $21 million.
I mean, I'm not willing to pay anything for that. I'll find a guy that can make 7 or 8 out of 10, even in free agency. I'm just not paying that kind of money for a kicker ever, or a punter. I'm just not doing it. There's too many other places that I want to spend money. Yeah. Now, again, that's my opinion. I don't have any scientific basis behind it, but it's always worked fine for me. Now, I have had an instance or two where I lost a game because of a field goal, and they were big games. One cost me a playoff spot in Week 17 in the USFL. One cost me a game this season. He missed one in overtime, and then I think we ended in a tie because my kicker missed a field goal. So it's not like I don't pay the price every once in a blue moon, but to pay a guy $22 million, not to kick the ball. No, I'm not doing it.
Not worth it.
So would you drop all these guys?
Well, you can't drop the kicker. He's on a 4-year deal.
Well, stop before the kicker, but everyone else.
Well, what I would do, I'm looking at it now. I'd let Evan Drake go. I would trade the tight end Alcala. I would trade the CB Logan Wallace. That's 3, and I'd be looking for another 1 or 2 to get me under the cap or close to it. And then I'd start trading picks off.
He's not gonna get anything for Logan Wallace. He's just an average cornerback. He's not going to get anything for him.
Can't get a 4th-round pick 2 years from now?
I seriously doubt it.
Yeah. You can get something for that tight end, though.
Because here's the thing. If you look at Logan Wallace, if you look at his bar profile, I can find that guy in the 3rd or 4th round. Why would I pay him $20 million in a draft pick when I can just draft that guy?
Well, that's my argument on defensive tackles. Why would I pay a defensive tackle $30 or $40 million when he wants his new contract after year 4? When I can?
Well, if the defensive tackle's 80 rated, that's one thing. If the defensive tackle's only 60 rated, that's something different.
Right. I'm just saying those are the 3 players that I'd be looking at right off the bat. The QB, Alcala, the tight end, needs traded, and Wallace. Those 3 have to go.
How about the right tackle here?
I don't like messing with offensive line if you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
The right tackle's only in his 5th season. I would keep that guy.
He's on a 4-year contract. You're going to eat too much cap. I'm looking for guys with 2-year contracts or 1-year contract.
I see.
I don't want to screw up next year's cap. I want to fix this year's.
Gotcha.
It's interesting. He's got some work ahead of him, but I think he's smart enough to figure it out. But question is, he's going to have to make the decision. Is he going to do more cap outs to keep the team together, or is he going to regroup and clear up the cap?
Okay, so but that goes back to what we originally talked about. Why is he keeping the team together to go 8-8?
Yeah, I'd gut it and start over.
I mean, it would be different. It would be different if he's going 10-6, 11-5, and he feels like he's, a little bit of cohesion or one player away from getting to the bowl. He's not that.
No, he's got to. We're still on Mass Lewis. Holy shit!
Well, we were finishing up.
Makes for great debate.
No, Rick, if you take Krieger, you got to fucking name him either Craigs or Kriegerette.
Oh, did you take the running back?
Not yet. I most likely will, but I'm just looking at other stuff right now.
You don't want to
you
take
gotta look,
that
you
guard?
got to look around. You got to look around.
You can take.
You got some O-line guys that are going to be there. Dude, the O-line guy.
He's the best looking on the board that I see, and my scout bar is only 73, and I see a good hole wreck. I see good speed outside. I see
Trey,
all
go
the
to the draft quick, brother. There's another guy, a Bourdreau guard. I think he's second. Yep.
Oh yeah, I like him too.
He's a little short.
Boudreaux's looks good, but
smart.
Yeah, but I need skill position, and all the guys
he's a
I
blue
like,
guy, so I'm hoping he falls to me,
another team.
and he's not going to. But
You mean he's a purple guy?
Blue guy.
Is it blue or purple? Come on, which one?
I've got people that agree
purple,
with me and people that disagree. It's blue or violet. Violet.
call it blue.
Didn't we determine violet?
Lavender. Violet.
I think
same
Squirrel
thing.
called it blue, and it stuck in my head that way.
I think we should change all the colors, make it teal.
There you go. We'll go fluorescent. Okay.
How about we just give him numbers? That way, no one can debate it. Okay, guys.
All right. I'm going to take frickin' Krieger. I don't care if I'm right. If I'm right. If I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
What's his volatility?
I'm going to bring him up
I think
right
it's
now.
pretty high, isn't it?
71.
It's pretty high.
Yeah.
He's got.
That never bothers me. Some people are scared of that.
I don't worry about that one too much.
That whole Rex going to max though, man. High Solismic.
And he's smart enough that takes care of that part. And
Position
he's
Joe's
fast
fucking
enough.
good.
And he can return punts and kicks.
He can return
Exactly.
punts
And
in the
top
early
that off,
season.
too. Hey,
Endurance is going to be great.
Speed to outside.
it's a good. It's a. I don't see any other player because I need, like I said, I need a running back because I like to run.
You can throw to him.
He looks fine, Rick.
I can do a lot of stuff,
What I like is 57% developed already.
and that too, because that's always a nice bump up sometimes. And I don't have good scouts, which is why I'm sitting here debating because my range of look is 40, so that kind of sucks.
Well, hang on a
So if
second.
anybody else has a better look, tell me he looks
What's
okay.
Clay?
and I'll
What's
do
Clay's
it.
scouting right now on offense? I want to check that out.
I'll show you right now. Hold on.
I get it.
You got it?
He is 92 scouting. So that Rick is what he's going to look like.
See, that's a much better look than I have on my end. On my end, he look, I have weird looking fat bars, the ones I hate.
Yeah. No, I got that on offense right now too. I'm hoping my offensive coordinator comes up as he ages a little bit in scouting.
But that view right there is enough to sell me right there because that's your scale's better than mine.
Hey, Grim, you'd be proud of me. Look at my new offensive coordinator. He's actually got a little bit of a play calling bar.
Does he?
Yeah, the other guy retired. He was 75 years old.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with that. Didn't I complain about him last year? Or last time we talked? Look at that.
I would
Nice.
have been pretty surprised if he came back for 76.
Oh, nope.
But on offense, does
There
the
it
play
goes.
calling
He just
bar
went off
even
the board,
matter?
kids.
I agree with you, Jug. I don't like the play calling bar much either. But
I don't think it matters on offense.
But Grim was giving me grief because mine had 0. So
I remember Ben specifically one time talking about play calling bar being high on offense. You're going to get less familiars. So I've kind of stuck with that, and I think it's kind of helped me out a little bit.
Okay.
But you can typically run 1-1-3, 1-2-2, and 2-1-2 as almost as much as you like. But even if you have that low play calling bar, like you said earlier, it might have been Jug 1-1-1-2-2. How many times you can run that? 22 times a game?
Yeah, you're like
before you get
somewhere in the low
familiars?
20s. Like usually
but
once you hit like 22, that's the threshold.
Yeah, but if your play calling bar is higher, you get away with it more often without getting the familiars.
That would be interesting to try and test.
That's kind of what I'm trying to play around with. But you have to have scouting on your offensive coordinator. You absolutely have to have that. But the next bar for me is the play calling bar. But even on defense, play calling bar matters so much because it will let you settle down a little bit. Because sometimes you have 2 or 3 plays in each call, and they'll settle down and make the right call as to what, So play calling matters on defense too, like a big amount.
Right, I agree on defense because you got the 2 or 3 options there. But on offense, I mean, theoretically, the plays should be called in order.
It's a script.
Yes. Again, theoretically.
It's a script, but I think it allows you to play more of a certain formation than you're usually allowed to if it's shitty play calling.
And it'd be too hard to test whether it has any weight or not.
It's pretty hard.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
I don't do single player fucking testing at all. Fuck that. I'm just trying to see what works with my team,
I do just to get targets to see where the ball's going, but I mean, even that can be skewed because you go into single player and you test the game plan. You say, okay, we got the targets broken up pretty evenly. Everybody's getting the same number of targets. And then you play somebody that double covers your best receiver, and it's going to blow that all out of the water. It's not going to be the same.
Maybe it could help with that too. I don't fucking know.
Who's up next in the draft?
Would be Joe Ziccarelli.
So where's he
He'll
going?
pick in the morning.
Wide receiver to help his quarterback?
There's none. He's probably go for offense lineman.
All the good ones are, at least the top tier ones, in my opinion, are gone.
I still like.
Let's see. That's his team. It's in the draft still.
I like Forbes. I would take him. I think his numbers suggest that running bar should go up a little bit. He's got fucking high Solsomistic test, and his position drill is pretty high too. And I shouldn't be calling people I want to fall out, but
so this guy, you want him to take, or you think he should take?
Well, oh man, your scouting's better than mine too. So
isn't it?
He looks better on my board. But if that route running gets over 50, all day long, I take him right there.
Yes,
that fucking that's my slot guy. That courage, adjust the ball, big play, getting downfield. If that route running gets over fucking 50.
But can he buy a route running bar on the free agent market that's already there? He doesn't have to wait for it.
There ain't nobody for wide receivers in there. There's a couple, but low shit.
Well, he's not going to take. Oh, he needs a center.
City's not
Joe's a
registered
big
yet.
runner, though. He doesn't have a running back that is making headlines.
Yeah, who's left at running backs now?
There's a guy that had all the big bars but didn't have the combines to support him.
Fucking Adam Richmond.
On the edge.
Look at Adam Richmond. Fine fucking running back.
Why didn't this guy get picked? Oh, I see his age. He's 24.
Yeah, he's old.
24 and that 40 is a little high, and
I'll take
71% developed. So
I was getting ready to say he's 71% developed. He's 1,800 yards first season.
No,
31 soul score. Oh, I'll take that guy all day.
Oh, maybe he'll drop. Maybe he'll drop because of his age, Jugs.
Dude, there's so many good running backs right now. I mean, drop down to Artie Pilcher.
Pilcher was
Jesus
good too.
Christ. Look at that guy.
I'll take him too.
Sheer fucking madness.
Although his volatility is 98.
Yeah. So maybe not in the top 10, top 15.
Bro, Red Zone says that it can go either way. It can go bad, but people forget it can go good.
Yeah, it can go good too. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think Rick brought that up as well.
Porter's
it could
fucking
do
viable.
nothing. Sometimes it does nothing.
Abraham, there's a lot of fucking running backs here with great hole recognition that are all starters. Wow.
I guess that's who I'm going with at 1.32 then.
Hey, Jugs, remember when I texted you earlier and said it reminded you to come on? You're like, yeah, well, I can't be on for long.
That's because I had something
Bullshit.
scheduled.
Because
Yeah,
these are fun, though, right?
I had something scheduled at 11 o'clock, and it got pushed back to 1:30.
He's got good defense.
Who has shit scheduled at 1:30 in the morning?
I'm in the transportation business. I have my
Oh,
own.
okay.
He's on all the time, baby.
All right.
Joe,
I'm just like, I was like, are you having that much fun that you're just sticking around for 3 hours? Holy shit.
I don't know.
That's awesome.
Who he can go for. Jay-Z has good defensive players.
You'll take that fullback.
Yeah, I would.
So here's a question. I want to get your feedback on, because I know what a couple people think, and I know how I feel. I just want to see what someone else thinks. Would you rather have an 80 rated wide receiver, or would you rather have a 65 rated left tackle, a 65 rated center, and a 65 rated fullback?
Whoa.
Oh.
It's either 180 rated wide receiver or
365 rated players, let's say left tackle, center, fullback.
I take
Blade's
the three
got
players.
the wide receiver, I bet.
I take the three players. Oh,
Would
no,
you?
I would take the three players.
Yes, I can make a running game out of that.
Can I get somebody instead of the fullback? I don't use fullbacks.
You can pass the fullback, but the fullback, I would take the 80 rated wide receiver.
There's some good plays you can do with a fullback if he can catch. And they
Yeah,
can.
there is.
Okay,
If the fullback is 65 rated, he can probably catch.
then I'm
Yep.
just going to take then the 80 rated wide receiver.
I would take the 80 rated wide receiver. I don't know how many of those I've played in my career, and you double cover them, catch the ball, catch the ball. Doesn't fucking matter.
Receiver too, Graham. I agree.
Yep.
I can find a tackle. I can find a center. I can find a fullback. I can't find an 80 wide receiver anywhere.
But I'm also
Right,
trying to
but
play a
how-
more balanced.
Is the 80 rated wide receiver worth more than three players to a running game?
No.
Well, that comes back to scheme. If you're a running team, then you don't need an 80 receiver.
I'm a running team, so that's I'm in that boat.
Yeah, that exactly. Like I pass a lot, Jugs, right? And look at my line.
All pass coverage.
All pass coverage.
Pass guys.
Yep.
That's it. That's all they do.
Depends on what you want. I'm trying to stay more balanced. I like to run, but I also like to pass. So my offense is a fucking enigma right now. I don't even know what I'm going to do for quarterback next year. I got O-line cohesion. Some can run block, some can't. Got a whole bunch of pass blocking guys. I guess I can sign Doug Hardy for he wants 8, 9, and 10. So I get him for 3 years for cheap. But again, I have no wide receivers, no tight ends to fucking throw to. I don't even know what I'm going to fucking
You
do
got
next
Johnny
year,
Heath on your team. Why do you need anybody else?
Yeah, look what he did against Chicago.
I know, I saw it. I was disappointed in that.
Yeah, no, I was hoping. I mean, you got a first round pick for him, so I was hoping he was kind of worth that. But fuck. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm going to do next season, gentlemen.
You can trade this guy to me.
I cannot. I want 2 firsts for him because he's the most valuable player on my fucking team.
2 firsts for a lineman?
Or guard?
Come on. I wasn't going to give you 2 firsts. No one's even going to give you a first.
Yeah, but he's been on a team 6 seasons now. Offensive line cohesion is fucking giant for me. Always will be. If you got a shitty fucking guy like Sense Rush, I don't know. I'm going to stick with Hardy. I'm going to try to find a cohesion guy, a younger kid to compete with Hardy, and we'll go from there. But yeah, my receivers are garbage. All of them. Wilkerson's okay. Oh, wait. Let me tell you what Wilkerson wants to resign here quick.
France.
And it's not even worth it.
Mueller. Yeah, the wide receivers are awful.
Yes. Wilkerson's okay, though, right? Good route running, big play. All right, so can you guess what he wants next year?
All right, let's
Probably
see what he was getting.
$45 million.
Oh, he's getting paid 29.
It's
I say
$45 million.
35 million.
Any other guesses?
I think it's 35 million, 38, 42, 45.
All right, so
50
I don't know if I
million a
knew
year.
this. Yeah, he wants 40 million next year. And then 23, 25, and 27.
That's because you got so much bonus tied into him this year.
Right. So I think I might do that because I have enough cap space to give him a fucking $11 million raise. But then 23, 25, and 27, that's great after that. So long as he doesn't keep going down. You know what I'm saying? But that also allows me to build cohesion with him over the next fucking 4 seasons. So
How many seasons do you think you'll have him that he's going to be productive? That's how you have to look at it. How many years?
I think I can get him to if he stays and gets paid $40 million. I think I could get him 1,000 yards next season. Like I said, I'm looking
Okay,
for
but-
the fuck.
But how many targets is that?
Well, Hardy was only in his second season. This will be his third now, so that adds a little cohesion.
So, like the last 3 years,
He did
let's
terrible.
go with the last 2. He's been on your team. He's only at 6.21 and 6.03 yards per target.
Yeah, because he's bringing my shit down. I think I can get him fucking 1,200 yards next season and some more touchdowns. I just got to maybe target. But again, if you look at my quarterback history, everyone's at 50%. I can't figure out how to get them better than that. But I also don't have any stud wide receivers or stud tight ends. My tight end situation's fucked. I'm hoping that Arnold Shelton kid, you want to look at him?
Arnold Shelton. Where are we? Where's your team? Oh, here it is. Okay. Got him.
I'm hoping the route running on this kid and the courage, just send that kid over the middle all the time. He's big enough to handle it, but the route running but he's got no endurance, so I can play him in 1-1-3 and 1-1-3 long, and that's about it. Yeah, I'm fucked next year. But I said that last year too, so McElrath, I need to get him catching the ball more. He had a down season this year. I don't know why. Same O-line.
Well, Rick knows a secret how to get your running backs the ball.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any elusiveness, so I can't get him around the edges.
So you can get him up the middle, though.
I do,
With that.
and that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to do, but my middle is
And-
weak. Well,
how's his-
Riviere, my center. I need a fucking super center.
What's your
To
center
get
look
him-
like anyway?
Oh, Garcia?
Oh, gee, just looking at the guard,
Yeah, Garcia.
that is a problem right there.
He doesn't allow no
5 run
sacks.
block.
Yeah, he doesn't allow no sacks. He's got some blocking
Making me
power.
and Jugs have convulsions over here. We're running GM, so
Oh
Yeah,
my
and
gosh.
he's got to be subbed out because of his endurance. He gets tired. I put someone else in that center. So yeah, last year was a quagmire, but fuck you all. I made the playoffs.
I was
anyways.
going to say you went
in spite of it, you did.
9-7.
So,
Yep.
kudos. Did better than I did, so I can't complain to you.
I was going back over Iowa. I don't know who he's going to pick. He might
either.
reach. He might reach for a wide receiver. That's the only thing.
No, I don't think so. He got Yamashita last year. He's got his wide receiver in place. With the amount of
Also-
running backs that are in there right now,
He might do that. He might go. He
He's
might
gotta-
even take the
he's-
guy that I didn't take.
How about the tight end?
yeah, I don't see anyone that really. I mean, there's some great route runners in there. I don't see it though.
No,
I can
don't
see him
it.
going. I can see him going running back or O line because there's sweet
I'll
running
lean.
backs and O
I'm lean
lines.
running back because in his days in the CCFL, he liked to run the ball a lot, so he had good running backs.
But doesn't he have a running back already on his team?
Does he? I don't think he does.
Mm-mm.
No, he does not.
No.
He does
No,
not.
That's I'll vote running back.
Richmond.
I have to agree with Rick on that then, because he
Yeah.
has no running back.
No, he's got to take that Adam Richmond kid.
All right, we're gonna wake up tomorrow and Richmond.
And
will
he'll
be
have taken a whiteout, right?
He'll
Or
take
he'll
a
take
whiteout.
the tight end, the other tight end in there.
Let's see. Who is the other whiteout that's available?
Fort.
He
That
won't take
guy's
this
garbage.
guy.
Fort.
not Brody.
Edwin Forbes. Like I said, if his
Right, the
route
route running is
running
the only thing
creeps
that's
up.
scary.
Yep.
I think you might see him take a tackle.
But who's going to open holes for? Unless he, free agent fills the running back position.
I didn't like the
Like
tackles.
I'm going to have to free agent Phil Whiteout now because there's not going to be any Whiteouts at 2.7 or 2.8 whenever I'm up.
That guy's beautiful. Kevin Craig as a right tackle. Yeah. You're running all
Monster,
over the fucking place. Monster. But you got to get the running back to do it, and that Adam Richmond kid is fucking awesome.
His combines are not matching his bars. Something's off.
Wait, the running back?
Yeah, click off him a second.
Craig.
No, he's talking about the tackle, Craig.
Oh, the tackle.
His combine isn't that
33.
good.
Yeah, why is that run blocking so high with the dash that low? Well, it's blue.
And he's on the chunky side at 320.
43. He's got low volatility. I think that guy pans out.
He looks like he would be on the lower side of those bars.
That's what I think.
What about the other one?
Which one?
Longwell.
He's got no endurance.
Yeah.
Which is not a thing.
What about that guard that you liked? I liked that guard you showed earlier.
Yeah, I like this guy too.
What was it? That's over the B, Boudreaux?
Right
Boudreaux?
here.
Oh, Boudreaux too. Both of these guys.
Yeah.
Archie
Both
Arnold
will
and
improve
fucking
your
Randall
running game to
Boudreaux.
get a running back. And I like Boudreaux.
Oh, here you go.
See.
Yeah, both these guys are going to be stellar.
Boudreaux looks like the perfect center, actually.
Is that a 488 at my eyeballs seeing? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Smart.
Yeah, you're right. Boudreaux could play center.
And that's... Yeah. He's got the weight for it. Yeah, 300.
If there was
I think
Archie Arnold could play center with his short size.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at Garcia, well, you don't have to look at Garcia again, but he's 5'11", 300 pounds, and he's been fine for me all year. He just doesn't have any run blocking. So.
Well, these guys are going to be dropping your way. Because by the time I upload this video, and the hours we've been hanging out here, it's going to take forever to upload, and the draft will have been, the first round will have been completed. And then
no, it won't.
Yeah,
no, it won't.
You're going to drop.
We'll be at pick 1.15.
Yeah, I was going to say you're going to drop this tomorrow night, and I still wouldn't have taken my pick yet.
No way.
Bullshit.
I don't think so.
I mean, maybe this is the furthest we've gone. Yeah, this is the furthest we've gone on a weekend, just because some of you got.
Because our division is in the top 10.
Because Sefford took his pick. We could have very well waited for Sefford to take his pick until fucking Monday.
The person we're going to get stuck on. The person we're going to get stuck on is Mac Powell because he actually registered. So it's going to be 1.16.
Mac Powell. Oh, he's in. He did register.
Who is?
Mac Powell. Hanley. Ooh. The rise of Hanley. Look out. Look out, Jugs.
I'm terrified. I'm shaking in my boots.
Not really, but that means how much?
That means he'll draft an 80 rated player and he'll be a free agent in 4 years.
Well, that means he has enough money to fucking re-sign all the guys he didn't want to let go. 178 million. He's going to compete with your ass. So he's gonna. Who does he get?
Well, no, because he didn't submit a file.
Not yet. But he registered for the fucking draft.
I mean, he's done that before where he's registered for the draft and still not submitted a file.
Who's the owner of Fairbanks?
LB.
Albion Moonlight.
Oh, okay, got it.
And he's in the forums. He talks. You know, he's one of those guys that I root for as well.
Who's the one that gives you the toughest, Jugs?
Well, right now it's Pizer.
Yeah.
I can't believe fucking C-Max was calling him Pisser. How do you get that out of P-Y-S-E-R?
I don't know. At first, I thought he was trying to be funny, but he sounded serious.
No, I think he was calling him Pisser. I really haven't.
I saw him see.
I think that by tomorrow night, what do you think? Late 20s?
No way.
There's absolutely no way in hell that's happening.
Not a chance. Bet you $20.
Okay. So who's up? So Jay-Z's going to pick in the morning.
Okay, so
Moontown SFL, isn't he European? He's going to pick tomorrow.
Capital City didn't register.
He hasn't registered, and I'm going to send him a text tonight. That's my boss and Chris's brother.
Wait, what time tomorrow night? What time are we talking? Midnight or 7 p.m.?
Sal's going to pick. Kevin's going to pick. Howie's going to pick.
Because if you give everyone an hour to make their pick, right?
Okay.
So in 24 hours, you can get 24 teams.
I've been trying to get the cutoffs lowered for years. I was with Mech when he was talking about shit. You get 2 hours in the first round, 1 hour in the second, 1 hour in the third, and then after that, down. Fuck you. If you don't got a fucking priority list set up, you're fucked.
But why do you need 2 hours anyway to make a pick? Don't 1 hour.
Yeah, I would be fine with 1 hour for every the first 3 rounds. You don't need it. Just set up your fucking priority list, figure out who you fucking want, and say shit.
The only reason why I said 1 hour is because if you have the whole weekend of untimed, right? And you can look it over and stuff like that.
You could put 200 players in your list. Easy.
Well, I'll fully admit, I always draft later in the first. Fuck y'all. And I barely even looked at this draft. All these guys, these are all guys that I would, look at, and I set up my little list. So I got probably 15 guys on my priority list right now. But I know I have to wait until Tuesday to pick at 121.
Yeah,
so,
I fully don't expect to pick until late morning, midday Tuesday.
Yep.
Well, maybe it'll be a surprise. All right, fellas. I have to...
Dude, 3.5 hours almost. Congratulations, gentlemen. We did it again.
The new record.
The new record.
That was awesome.
The last one was 2.5 hours. That was a record. Beautiful.
It's good because Red Zone showed up late, and so we have to give him his due and his time.
Is that what happened? You're blaming it on me.
No. And he didn't disappoint.
Nope.
No, I like talking over the teams and who they're going to pick in the draft and trying to figure out the team, what they're going to do. I actually like talking about that.
Yeah, like I said, that's a part of the game we don't do a lot.
No, and we fucked up on North Plainfield. We all thought he was going to go defense, and he took that wide receiver. That's not going to help him at all. So
took the Centurion pick on us.
Did anyone?
We talked long enough to where there was 4 draft picks.
Yeah.
We did. Did anyone have an inkling that he might go wide receiver, or was it completely surprise?
No, none of us talked about him. We were set that he was going to take one of those fucking defensive players because he was set on defense. Wow. No. But you got your guy, Clay.
Yes. Let's see if he holds his bars.
I think you got the better of those 2 wide receivers.
Yeah, I do too.
Clay, what does your QB want?
$50 million.
$50 a year.
Yeah, I'll show you right now.
Hey, C-Max is calling me. I'm going to blank him out. No, I think you got the better, and I think we already made Clay think about his garbage quarterback and how he could do good with another garbage quarterback. I just play garbage quarterbacks every year and try to make them work. So
I know. I'm looking at this. He wants
that
300.
That salary.
No, yeah, you can't. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you could pay. Let him play out this season at his current contract, and then if he does well, try to get him again next season. That would be my play, brother.
Yeah.
I wouldn't resign him to. He's not getting $50 million a year, $60 million, $70 million a year.
Here's just a bit of info. There's no way any GM's going to offer him that in free agency.
No.
Nope.
I would just let him walk and then try and re-sign him.
Yeah, no, and let him play out because remember, Clay, I've told you before, sometimes if players just play out the last year of the contract, they play a little bit better because they know they have to go into free agency and get fucking signed a little bit.
The only problem with that is you lose the cohesion when he hits free agency.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Nope.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. MIJB fucking said it a couple shows back, 3 shows.
As long as he
back,
doesn't sign with another team, you keep the cohesion.
Yep. If he does not sign with another team, the cohesion is the fucking same. Don't be afraid to let your free agent fucking guys go to, if you can resign them the next fucking year when they go to free agent. MIJB.
Why doesn't he do it then?
We already talked about him.
I don't know. He thinks that's the thing, apparently. So it's not. You do not lose cohesion if you re-sign your quarterback. Dude, I had Wagaman.
Because the years on the team stays the same.
Yes, it does. Okay. So I had Wagaman for fucking years. How many times I let him go to free agency or let him go to another team and then trade back for him? Didn't fucking matter. So that's not a fucking thing. Your quarterback, anybody that you release from your fucking team, if you re-sign them in free agency, cohesion's the fucking same.
No, I hear you guys.
So yeah, Kendra Starks, let him play out his last season. He's going to play better because he wants another contract in free agency. Maybe get him for cheaper next year. You can't pay $50 million for that guy, dude.
I hear you.
Yep.
Thank you for the advice.
Well, there's nobody
unless he wants less after PS2. If he takes less after PS2, maybe go for it.
Considerably less.
Yeah, a lot less. What does he want again? Put up negotiate salary. It's right on your screen. What does he want again?
I have it up. For 5 years. Is that what it was?
He's got 300. He's got 349 million. For 5 years.
No, fuck him. 50 million, 64 million. He's playing out his current contract, and if you so fucking feel like it, you're going to re-sign him in free agency next year.
Because nobody, I love it.
But nobody knows.
If you let him go to free agency, you're probably going to sign him for half that.
Yeah, because nobody else is going to try to get this guy. Right. He's not a fit for me. He's not a fit for anybody fucking else. Yeah, don't re-sign him.
And you can outbid whoever would compete for him.
He has one bar I like, which is the Sense Rush bar. That's it.
Mm-hmm. I like timing again for some reason. I got convinced into that. But you say, hey, Bob, did you see what Benson's doing over in Rochester?
He didn't play too bad, did he?
No, he did not.
No, you couldn't get him like.
No timing.
No timing, but Bob fucking worked him out.
Won't happen again. We'll have a timing bar. You won't be here.
20 interceptions, or 20 TDs, 9 interceptions. You couldn't get him to do that.
Nope.
How did Bob do it?
Without
any wide receivers.
Don't know.
Some people just need to change. Tiny humans, guys. Tiny humans.
Did he run the ball more than he threw? Did he throw more short than deep or more medium?
I don't fucking know. I don't know what he did.
He ran a good bit. He was a power running team.
Yeah, he was.
Because we looked at that. He ran outside with the one guy, and it looks like he ran inside with the other one.
Okay, did he throw more short or more medium or more screen?
I don't know. I'm not going to go dig through everyone's logs.
There could be a bunch
for
of
every
reasons
game
why that happens. I mean,
there's a whole bunch of reasons. Yep.
Okay, guys.
All right, gentlemen.
We're going to end it here.
All right.